Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, one and all, to what is the June edition of the Big Bot Quiz. This month's quiz has everything you'd expect from the show. You know, we've got some moderately obscure trivia, some zoomed-in pictures of robots that you'd probably forgotten existed, and a list round where, let's face it, half the answers are probably going to be wrong. But we've also got one big plot twist, and that is that we're live. Now, we would love you all to play along in the chat, and please rest assured, we've got this all set up so that none of the teams are going to see anything that you say in the chat. That's all hidden from them. We've got our own version running. And there's also a little bit of stream delay as well. So you are free to speak, say whatever you wish, insult us, shout out answers, you go mad. If you are watching along and you want to play along without seeing what other people are saying, their guesses, just either hide the chat or full screen the quiz and enjoy your way. I'm Ryan, I'm your host for the evening. My co-host Sam is also here, silently running in the background. He's administering the stream, getting all the questions out to everybody. Sam,
Hello.
are you actually in the chat, by the way? I don't know what you're doing over there.
Which chat where?
Are you in the YouTube chat?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the chat.
Oh, that's bad news for everyone. More importantly, though, we are joined by 8 of the finest and fiercest intellects in the world of robot combat. So I guess we had better meet them. First up, we've got a familiar pairing. They're making their second quiz appearance together. They're two titans from the world of Robot Arena 2. They're Ned and Charlie, and together they are Two Slav, Two Furious. Boys, welcome.
Two King.
Sorry, Two Slav. I mean, it's your fault for calling it that, isn't it?
It's right there on your screen.
You had one job.
You are massively overestimating my ability to read.
You're a teacher.
I know, but they're very young children. They wouldn't be able to read the word furious. Well, now I feel like, you know, what I was about to do was insult your performance last time, but I don't think I can really do that anymore.
Huzzah.
Let's face it, your last outing wasn't your best work. How are you feeling about today?
We're going straight to the bottom this time, and this time we're going to fucking make it.
Yay, boy.
Charlie also has the disadvantage of doing this by phone, so the picture round could be fun. But best of luck to both of you.
I'll use telekinesis.
I'll have to send it to him or something. I'll figure out a way. I'll be woke.
We'll find a way. Or it might be that the picture questions are so easy, like last time, that you won't even need to see them. Next up, we have a new team of old faces, one of which is significantly older than the other. One's a news anchor, the other's a... It's Jevan and Anderson, or as we like to call them, JEVANDERSON.
Woo! We're here.
I'm here to smoke weed and win a quiz, and I'm all out of weed to smoke, mainly because Oliver gave me a dodgy batch.
Why are you getting your grandson to give you?
I don't know.
Now, this is a new combo. Some people behind the scenes have been calling this a potential dream team. And with the champions kind of out of the way, you've got to be fancying your chances, surely.
Oh, not at all. Because we never underestimate the quizmaster to pull out all the stops to jeopardize us our win.
As if I would ever do anything to hurt either of you.
Yes, you would.
No, we know that, of course, we've got Anderson there bringing the classic series knowledge. Jevan, you're up to date on all the modern goings on. Surely it can't go wrong.
China.
Trump, calm down.
Where it always goes wrong.
I hope it all goes well for you. And for once, I do actually mean that, since I can't win this one anyway.
It would be a bit unfair considering you're reading out the questions and answers.
Yes.
I mean, judging by my first intro, I'd still find a way to get it wrong. Let's move on then to our third team. And this is another reforming of what is quite a successful team. They're united by a love of getting their robots' faces ripped off by spinners, and I do mean that fairly literally. It's Oliver and Mark, aka Team MOTTE and FREYLEY.
Hello.
Oliver, say something. Tell us you're there.
Oh, great. He's had a heart attack.
Oh, we've already lost one. Brilliant. Well, Mark, it's all on you then.
Let's do it live, you said. It'll be fun, you said. Nothing can go wrong.
Hey, this is all about problem
I only
solving.
need one. Oh,
Do it in Oliver's honor.
So what I was going to say to the both of you is that between you, you've got pure second places. The silver medals have been rolling in for both of you.
Yeah.
Are you
Okay,
anticipating
am I
another kind
back
of
now?
mid-podium finish?
I would like that, yeah. Hopefully we'll do one better and go get gold this time.
I think I'm back. Am I back now? Can you hear me?
can
You're
hear
there,
you.
yeah.
Yes!
Yay!
I'm
What
not
did you
dead!
do?
I have a very finicky microphone.
You
We gave you
bastards, I
so
thought I'd
much
have to do the
time.
contest on my own.
So, Oliver, are you shooting for second again, or is it going all the way this time?
I mean, you've been hyping up some of the questions and the rounds that you've come up with here, so I'm a little bit apprehensive. We'll see. I mean, consistency could be key. We could be, if you've totted up points for, which position you finish in, sort of Formula One style over the course of the Big Bot quiz, then, consistently coming second might mean that we are actually the winners overall.
But surely,
Then, of course,
surely
you've
with the glory.
You've got to aim for the best, otherwise you may end up disappointing yourself regardless.
We do not take the minus offer.
Oh, boys, I wish you the best either way. Last up, it's a team name, the mere mention of which can cause a million quizzers to cry out in terror before being suddenly silenced. Despite a swift emergency substitution, they are still technically the reigning champions. Sorry, that's the reigning double champions. It's the Bugglebots, Ben and Joe.
What up?
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Now,
yeah, after you, mate. I'm still learning how to Zoom here.
Ben, I'm going to talk to you first, if that's okay.
Right.
We are former teammates. Your,
Yes.
or should I say our wins, have been kind of overshadowed, I think, by accusations that Team Bugglebots have been one-trick ponies and that we've been
Well.
surviving on our knowledge of Bugglebots alone. So can you please explain how bringing Joe on board is going to help?
Well, well, Joe's got extensive knowledge of the heavyweight scene or the live heavyweight scene, and has probably more Battlebots knowledge than I do. So, yeah, there's that. That's that to hope on at least.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is I have a memory of a goldfish, and anything I watch just goes straight out the other end. So I'm here literally just to try and handicap Ben, because he needs to be nerfed at this point. He's won too many
Well,
misses.
I've done the Chaos 2 and K2. I don't think I'm going to do a Bite Force this time around. So, yeah.
This is just yet another of Joe's services to the community. And we should really take a moment to welcome you properly on board this Big Bot Quiz train. When you're not sort of throwing all of your life force into making Bugglebots, people can find you on your own channel, which is creatively named Joe Brown. You've got all kinds of robot-based experiments, live event compilations, and what I personally think are some of the best build diaries around. And we're really glad to have you on board.
Thank you very much, Ryan. It's an absolute privilege to be part of the BBQ.
So I think that's now everyone sufficiently introduced. So I guess we should honor the most important BBQ tradition there is, and that is the mascots. So first off, 2 Slav, 2 King, what have you brought with you today?
Right. I've brought along my clout goggles. They're currently on my forehead. But if I need to view this in clout vision, I shall be the word's gone. I shall be putting them down onto my eyes like so. You can't see, but rest assured they are on my eyes now.
And Charlie,
And
what have you
then-
got?
For me, since I am a somewhat proud American, I brought the most American thing I could think of, a can of Wendy's Baconator flavored Pringle crisps.
Can you explain for the benefit of the Brits here what a Baconator, is? What is the experience of the Baconator?
Have you ever felt like close to death? Have you ever felt so ashamed of anything you've ever done in your life? That's a Baconator experience, basically.
And that's the feeling that you wanted to come into this quiz with.
Yeah.
Essex, it's the feeling we're all going to leave with, so that's great. Thank you very much, guys. Next up, JEVANDERSON. What delights and treasures do you have for us?
Anderson, do you want to take first?
Yeah, I will go first. So I have got the most. I'm a somewhat proud Brit, so I've got the most British thing I could think of, and that is a lovely cup of tea with 1 sugar and milk, of course. And of course, it's in the amazing husband mug that my wife got me. So hopefully that will bring me some luck and let me win one of these things for a change. Because God damn it, I've got a guru name to uphold.
And it does mean if you lose, you have to drink it, and that's fine.
Yes, that too. That helps. Although it'll probably be cold by then. I think I'd rather have the mouldy yogurt now I think about it.
And I spent most of yesterday building a new Thermidor 2 model, which has been lovingly 3D printed by a veteran of the Big Bot Quiz, Jimmy Cottam. So many thanks to him, and I thought I would bring it in. I almost said his memory. He's not dead. But yes, I've brought it with me.
You had to bring one of the most unlucky robots in Robot Wars history along as your
Yes,
mascot. Thanks, Jeff. We're going to do it again.
Like,
wonderful. Yes, lovely.
It's the pride of Norfolk, and at least I didn't bring a part of Behemoth.
True.
Now I think there might be a little tension in the room, as all those of us that have been in the behind-the-scenes chat wonder what might be about to happen. Mott and Freyley, what do you have?
Oliver, what have you got?
I mean, it's summertime. I've been out and about and getting sort of summer clothes out, and I thought I'd bring one of my best purchases from last year, which is
not your mankini.
It's a surprisingly comfortable pith helmet.
You used the wrong picture.
We used the picture that was publishable.
Like Hunter Van Pelt from Jumanji. The mascot I brought is a printed photograph of a fox that I used to sponsor at the Scottish Deer Centre a few years back, called Ginge, who sadly passed away a couple of years ago. So I thought it'd be a nice time to commemorate her, and hopefully she'll give me the good luck I need.
I'm so glad that you brought something so wholesome along. Let's go against Oliver's just love of war there.
Opposites attract, as they say.
I do love the war. The Robot Wars.
Indeed. Let's go to war.
He also wears a lot of fur as well. I don't know if you knew that.
I don't actually own a fursuit, but I do have a fox-themed hoodie that is, well, got longer sleeves than Craig Danby's does.
No, I was talking about Oliver. Opposite.
Oh, Anthony Murney would like to know your location.
I'm more caught up in that really weird flex about the sleeves.
Yeah, because Craig Danby's one doesn't have sleeves and mine does.
Of all the things you can flex on Craig Danby for, it's not the fact that your robot might be more successful than his.
I mean, that's not worth flexing about at all, is it? Anyway, last of all, the Bugglebots. Now, Ben, you weren't sure if you were going to have a mascot with you today, so you've either got it, and this picture is really relevant, or you haven't, and this picture is just going to tease you.
Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, okay, yeah. So Mark was saying about wholesome stuff. I've got a really wholesome mascot, which is a brownie from my birthday a couple of days ago, which I'm currently devouring. So, yeah,
nice.
Very delicious. Thanks, Joe.
No one else say anything. She just wants attention.
Not like that, honest.
Who needs attention when you got brownies anyway?
That is true. It's a honeycomb flavoured brownie, but that's going to give me all the luck and energy I need for the quiz. So I get 3 wins in a row.
Not a hash brownie.
Honeycomb? You told me hemp.
Fantastic. With
the brownie wars.
Right then, everyone is introduced. Mascots have been paraded. And I guess it's on with the show. What would you like to say, Ned?
This video is sponsored in part by a group where we all pretend to be a Battlebots filming. Go join them on Facebook. They're a great group and totally not run by us whatsoever. And also by Dickhead General's Gazebos and Garden Supplies, which you will get if you watch ESC later on today. That's going to take this video.
And don't forget about Raid Shadow Legends.
The best kind of joke is the joke where the punchline isn't even public yet. What's going on?
And with that, Sam finally spoke. On with the show and on with round one, which is the year that was. Now, it's the year that was because I wrote this round pretty much straight after the April quiz, and I was assuming that we'd all be sticking to the same round titles and structure, but that went out the window. It's back. Everyone's going to enjoy it. These are all questions about robot combat in 2019, and let's face it, considering the way 2020 has gone so far, I doubt anyone's going to complain about that. We've got 6 questions worth 7 points overall, so let's dive in to question 1. Question 1 is, how many 2019 Battlebots competitors list their robot's type as hammer or axe on their official Battlebots website bio?
I like that get out clause, just in case we try and say that something's a hammer or an axe when it might not actually be.
Precision is my game, Oliver. You know that.
This is a question that's been written by the king of defining things.
Also, the king of knocking stuff over in his room as I just tried to shift in my seat there. This is an eerie silence by quiz standards, this is. We're used to the chaos of crosstalk.
We're all
But
thinking
today,
so
everyone's
hard.
taking things very seriously.
Because it's
Well, I
live.
only know one competitor that had an axe in 2019 BattleBots, and that's all I know really. And I don't know if there's any more than that.
So you know it's at least one then. That's a start.
Yeah.
See, Charlie's got a massive advantage from doing all of the replicas for RA2.
You say that like I remember it.
I do
imagine
say
you've-
that like you remember it.
I imagine you tried to block half that process from your memory at this point.
Also, you say on the BattleBots website, you say that like I check the BattleBots website.
Doesn't everybody?
I just go to their Facebooks for photos.
I genuinely thought that most people, you know, the website update is a big deal before a season airs. I thought everyone was going through all of those quite religiously.
I mean, I did when it was first announced.
Pressure's on you then. Excellent.
Damn it.
Going to give you a few more seconds, and then we will head on to question 2. Are we all ready and prepared?
I think so.
I guess.
Question number 2. Out of all events hosted in 2019, which received the most sign-ups?
Bastard.
Now, to be clear, when I say
Oh.
sign-ups, I mean individual robots accepted to compete. Doesn't matter if they attended or not. But to be honest, it's such a runaway runner that I doubt that'll matter anyway. So, for example, if we were doing 2020, Ben, I'm guessing, knows the numbers for AWS 61, where we had a lot of people not turn up because of the whole pandemic thing that was going on.
Yep.
You'll be interested in what would, I believe, have been a record-breaking number, Ben?
No, we were about, I think, 5 or 6 short of the record, I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh, well, raise your game then.
Yeah, so it's not AWS 61. So
Well, it's definitely not, because that was 2020.
Or not.
I hope everyone looking at the stream, by the way, is enjoying the fact that I felt the need to add a picture to this slide. So I just put some cancelled 2020 events up.
As a
Yeah,
That's an
complete
oof.
as a complete aside, Mark, are you getting any of the messages that I'm sending you?
I'm sending you messages, but you're not replying.
I'm replying to all of them. I can see them all.
Oh crap! I can't see yours.
Okay, this is not so good. Hold on.
My PC is rubbish with Facebook. Let me.
I'll put a message in the group chat.
Fuck. I can.
Please,
Oh wait, I can
please tell
see
me
you
you're
now.
sending messages on the same platform, at least.
Wait, I can see you now.
Do we have
Right,
to put down how many actually tried to turn up or not?
Nope, all we want to know is which event had the most sign-ups. We're not worried about the number.
In 2019.
If you want to try and guess, you can, but there won't be any points for it.
Right, we're cool now.
Excellent. Question 3, then. Oh, by the way, I'm going to move on as soon as one person says they're done. That's my rule.
I see Dreadbin. Oh my god, I see Dreadbin. I'm so
If
excited.
you're going too fast, please shout. So, question 3. At UEBot Brawl 2019, which 2-time
Oh,
Bugglebots
yes.
competitor lost to DREADBIN?
Oh, best robot. Just want to give a big shout out to Rob because he's.
Who
in the
actually
stream right
watches
now.
Beetleweight competitions though? I mean,
Oh my goodness. Get
Says
out,
the
mate.
person who attended a
not me.
Beetleweight
It's a bit
competition
of a
earlier
raid,
in-
you know.
Right.
that was
The
Hello.
chat is asking for question 2 if that's in the UK or the whole world.
This is a global quiz.
Okay. There
Southern
you go,
UK.
chat. Whole world.
If this gets 1 like, I'll replicate Dreadbin and RA2.
Jevon trying to get sassy with me. by the
Hang
way.
on, just let me go like this.
Surprised nobody's replicated Dreadbin yet. That's scandalous.
Which
You can't-
version,
you
though?
don't-
The
you don't
original
replicate
or...
Dreadbin. Dreadbin is itself. That is it. You can't replicate Dreadbin.
Yeah, I want to say you've got the 2018 DREADBIN there, mate. It's the wrong vintage of bread.
But this is the DREADBIN that was competing at the time. This is the year that was, not the year what is.
Ah,
Yeah, it's 2020 this year, isn't it?
Apparently,
think,
I'm
yeah.
trying not to pay attention.
I kind of erased it, yeah.
Are we ready for a question 4?
No.
We're ready.
Bring it on.
Y'all are so slow. In Team Bugglebots, we get stuff done.
Yeah, especially when it's Buggle-related questions.
Yeah, we're on question 20 over here. Come on, guys.
Come on, guys, like, keep up.
They're playing chess over there.
We've been playing checkers for years.
I know I shouldn't have sent Joel the questions beforehand.
Joe, what's question 14 again?
How many times has DREADBIN won events?
There we go. Right, easy.
Question 25 is how many different versions of Craps Lily quaffle have there been?
Not enough, that's the answer. Need more
Actually, not a bad question.
First round in both its appearances. That's pretty cool.
Next version, how much damage did Little Fly's weapon do? Answer, none.
Lots. Thank you very much. There we go.
Right. I've worked out now how we sort of know when to move on. It's when Little Fly gets mentioned. That means you're definitely done. So, question 4. Hang on. Just check I'm seeing the same question I've got written down. I am. Excellent. That would be the kind of mistake I'd make. It's question number 4. Robot Ruckus 2019's heavyweight division was unable to be completed due to arena damage. Which 2 extremely similar robots were involved in that final fateful 250-pounder fight? Now, to be clear, we want both robots, and it's 2 points, 1 point each. I take that silence as pure confusion.
You know us so well.
I have to ask at this point, Sam, how many of these questions do you think you'd have got right if you were taking part?
0.
Surely you've got 3. I thought everyone had 3.
I'm going to stick with my original answer of 0. I'll be honest with you, I've not paid that close attention to what the questions are, so maybe if I were actually taking part, I'd have given it more thought.
Extremely similar. So Mammoth and Axe Backwards. Got it.
Don't give all the answers away. It's hard to tell if people are now silent because they're trying to work out the answer to the question, or just silent remembering events. All those events we used to have.
What happened here? So
remember the times we had.
Yeah, we've got an answer, I think, so we're okay.
It's kind of a bit of a shot in the dark, but also YOLO.
Yep, straight to the bottom.
This is probably the meanest question of the round. Although the next one's going to be mean for someone.
Oh boy.
Question 6 is where I start courting controversy.
There are 6 questions in this round.
To the wiki.
I did say at the beginning, there are 6 questions, 7 points.
Well, I'm screwed. This is my teammate, and he's not even listening. What the hell?
Not even that question 5 yet.
I'm just going to pick up on the 2 extremely similar robots that are in this question and try and think who was there and who was similar. Because there were a lot of different robots at that event.
P1 and Huge. There you go.
Yeah, just choose your favorites, you know? There were so many cool heavyweights at that thing. It was really nice to see like the spinners adapt and put like weird weapons on for it. That's what I enjoyed.
And dual saw blade Hypershock was awesome.
Ah, yes, the UK live scene 2016 to 2018.
Where'd you want to see full pressure flipper or full pressure flipper?
Do you know what I like about Little Fly?
Nothing.
Question 5 then. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah, I guess.
It's not the case. Question number 5.
Ah!
One episode of Bugglebots 2019 didn't feature a single pitting. Which episode was it?
Oh, damn.
Was
I
it yours,
don't-
Ryan? Was
I
it your?
don't
Oh wait,
even
no.
know. Oh my god. Shite. Oh, this is easy, mate.
I'm glad Ben remembers because I literally no recollection of season 2.
I'm not quite sure how or why Ben or Joe would remember at all, to be honest. No idea.
Ryan, do we get a bonus point if we get the right film heat it was as well?
I was just going to say about
hate
that. No, you don't.
I was actually thinking, is it that heat that moved? So thanks for confirming.
Well, no, it's just an open-ended question, really. I was just like, well, you know, I want more points are better, really.
So a heat moved, Oliver. Do you mind sharing that info? Yeah.
You had to be there.
Oh, yeah.
It said
Melt.
The thing is, I'm now trying to remember what heat it was in the actual filming order. It's all such a blur.
I gave you the links, Ryan. It's not difficult.
Are we all happy to move on to
No.
controversial question 6?
Oh,
But
God.
that's the this wasn't the controversial one.
Yeah, I miscounted. You know, 6 is a big number. I struggle with these things.
Oy vey.
We're screwed.
You've only just worked that out now.
I mean, I knew we were screwed from the moment we signed up for this. We're going bold with this answer, but you know what? YOLO.
I mean,
Yeah,
how
let's do it.
bold can you be when there were only, what, 8 episodes? 9 episodes?
You'll see. You'll see.
Okay, I look forward to it. Right, let's get on to question 6, because I'm excited for this. Continuing along the Bugglebots theme, in the entirety of Bugglebots 2019, including bonus episodes, how many fights were decided by a split judge's decision?
God.
Now, I know what you're all
listed.
thinking.
Ah,
I can hear your thoughts. You're thinking, oh, that's so unfair. It's 2 Bugglebots questions in the round. The Bugglebots are going to get it easily. And I think you're right. Therefore, Bugglebots, if you want the point for this, you're
Yeah.
also going to have to name the fights.
oh,
Ooh.
ouch. Ouch.
It's all on you, Ben. It's all on you,
Oh,
mate. Get to work.
I,
son.
I quit.
I wasn't actually thinking that.
And to clarify, we're not talking about Split Decision, the robot.
That'd
Unfortunately,
be
not.
0.
Although I think there's always time to talk about Split Decision, the robot.
Well, you would, Ryan. You tend to take most of the podcast off topic to talk about your own robots. This is a well-established fact at this point.
I mean, keen viewers of the stream may notice that a lot of the questions will have a picture of one of our things with it, if nothing else.
The only battle I ever did that went to the judges was lost on a split decision.
Oh, no, hey, I've just realised that the image has gone completely wrong on this slide. That's nice. It looks like when I crop images, they just resize instead. Lovely. Thanks, PowerPoint. Very cool.
I will take responsibility for that. I suspect that this is an issue of open source presentation software failing miserably at reading the format. I'm sorry.
Oh, I see. So here's the issue we have. I use OpenOffice. I assumed that Sam used, at least Office. But no, different open source Office software. Brilliant.
Sam is a big fan of all the open source stuff, the open source podcasting, until it fails him.
I'm a big fan of free. That's what I'm a fan of.
He says, denouncing the free hosting option that is YouTube.
Look, this is not the time or the place for me to go on a rant about podcasting.
So we're supposed to be on the same side here, aren't we? Okay, are we all ready to loop around to some answers?
Yes, I think I'm ready.
Does anybody need to hear a question again quickly? In that case, I will take this opportunity to get my Russelly papers out. Because I am an analog man who is marking by paper alone.
Okay, Boomer.
Okay, so for question 1, we asked you how many 2019 Battlebots competitors list their robot's type as hammer or axe on their official website bio. Two Slav, two King, what did you say?
So we got 8, but that includes saw blades and Scorpios, and I don't know if those count because those are hammer saws.
What number would you like to put down as your final answer?
Let's say 8, just be bold.
Okay, Jeff Anderson, what have you gone for?
Concerning now 4.
I mean, it's okay. You can both be wrong potentially.
I mean, we thought Nelly, we thought Shatter, we thought Blacksmith, and we thought another one which I can't remember.
Mad Cat.
Oh my God! Right.
Cato, yeah.
We forgot Nelly.
Yes, we forgot Nelly.
I'm a show posting moderator, and we forgot Nelly.
Amazing.
You get to face the heat. I don't have to.
Mott and Fraley, what have you put?
We have 6. We have Nelly. We have Shatter. We have Blacksmith, Mad Cat,
Ragnarok.
Extinguisher, and Ragnarok.
Damn it.
Bugger.
And finally, Bugglebots, what do you have?
Yeah, we had 6 as well.
Yeah, I think 6.
I thought
Big
Extinguisher was
Shatter.
on this. Yeah.
Yeah, Ragnarok, Nelly, Blacksmith, Jasper, and Extinguisher.
Oh, Jasper.
Jasper as well.
Jasper.
Oh,
Best robot. Come on.
It's a
guys.
dubious
How do we
listing.
remember? How do we remember Jasper but not Nelly?
The question is Jasper like? Does it count as a hammer axe, or did they call it some sort of like? They wanted it to be a lifter, didn't they? And they also just kind of made it like a weird stick.
So for us forgetting Jasper might have cost the points. Who knows?
Well, I'm very pleased to announce, in the sadistic quizmaster way I have, that none of you were right.
Oh, winning
The
at life.
answer was 7.
Oh God, what was the 7th then?
So the list I have is Blacksmith as a hammer, Extinguisher as a hammer launcher vertical bar spinner, Jasper as a hammer / lifter, Mad Catter hammer, Nelly the Ellibot hammer, Ragnarok axe, and then Shatter, my favourite of the lot, really hedging their bets, as a hammer / axe. So
Well,
no points. This
Off
bodes
to
well.
a flying start.
I was kind of hoping that if I started with a number question, someone would at least guess it.
Wait, do points not go to the closest?
Not in this quiz.
I hate you.
Take how much you hate me now and think how much you're going to hate me by the end.
Oh, I know. I have my block on Facebook already at the ready.
Right then, for question 2, and I will be surprised if this isn't, I'll be slightly surprised if this isn't the same story. Out of all events hosted in 2019, which received the most sign-ups? Mott and Fraley, what did you put?
We went with Antwit World Series 60.
Bugglebots, what do you have?
We went with AWS 58.
Jeff Anderson, how about you?
We said the BattleBots 29 season or season 4.
29.
2019.
Imagine.
In the distant future.
Yeah, 209.
And finally, 2 Slav, 2 King. What have you got?
SXS.
SXS, the event that took place in the year 2020. Or was there another one there that we're not aware of?
Yui, yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter because once again, you're all wrong.
Wow!
Oh, it was Motorama.
Motorama, of course.
Oh, damn it. When
The-
you said the whole global thing and said it so smugly, it was like, oh, here we go.
The multi-weight class, every team can enter like 4 robots mega tournament.
Oh, jeez.
Well, surely we're going to get some points on the board with the next one. Question 3 was at UE Bot Brawl 2019, which 2-time Bugglebots competitor lost to DREADBIN. Please, Bugglebots, please tell me you've got this.
Hey,
We put Drizzle.
the big Tom Brewster.
2 Slav, 2 King.
Faux
Drizzle.
shizzle, mud drizzle.
Jeff Anderson.
Put maximum overdrive.
Yeah, we're fucked here. Jesus.
That
Some dream team.
comment, aging well.
But bearing in mind, I wasn't aware of Yui back in 2019. It was before the news started.
Last of all, Mott and Fraley.
Berg, no, Drizzle.
That's it. The answer was, of course, Drizzle.
Well, hey, we have
Proving
a
that-
point.
Well, that was a stupid question. So
And
It's
the two before that nobody got answers to weren't stupid questions. The one that people actually get right is a stupid question.
yes,
What's your logic here, Anderson?
I'm old.
Because they're behind.
And watch your tongue, young man.
It's 3:10. It's nearly Anderson's bedtime. He's going to be cranking.
Needs his afternoon nap.
He's changing soon as well. Actually, now I think about it.
Right then, question 4. As I sit here terrified, I've made this whole quiz way too difficult.
You have.
Robot Ruckus 2019 heavyweight division was unable to be completed due to arena damage. Which 2 robots did the damage? Let's start with Jev Anderson.
Right, surely, please, it's Krusty Grab and Slamow. Surely, please.
2 Slav, 2 King.
We put Krusty Grab and Big Dill.
Bugglebots.
We've got
Krusty
Siege-
Grab
Oh.
and Siege Breaker.
Could you say that one more time for me? I couldn't quite
Go for
catch
it
you.
then.
No, yeah, you've changed your answer to what I've got here. If you want to say it, it's fine.
Oof. Okay. See, I'm
That's
this is
fine.
my sabotage in action here. Krusty Grab and Siege Breaker.
And last of all, Mott and FREYLEY.
The most similar ones we could think of were Krusty Grab and Kraken, I think it was called in that tournament.
Was it Kraken or Karen for that one? I can never remember.
I think it was
used.
Kraken.
Well, I'm pleased to announce that one team has managed to get both of the points. The answer was the Krusty Grab and Big Dill.
Yes.
Hell yes.
Yes. We are actually ahead. How?
Well
got
done to the
points!
one American for getting the American event question.
Well,
Important thing is the crab appreciation was strong there. I appreciate that.
Ryan, the chat had an issue with your use of how you've shortened 250 pounder, just so you know.
Is it an issue of capitalization by any chance?
I can't remember what the issue was. I just saw people complaining as it went by.
Fair. I mean, this is an all caps font, so I know there might be some slight weirdness there. Maybe it should have had an apostrophe. Ultimately, I think everyone should just use metric.
That is
That'd
not
solve
an
all the
incorrect
problems.
statement.
I did actually earlier, just for the purposes of a joke on Facebook, set my scales into Imperial and weigh the robots. And I genuinely felt dirty doing it. Seeing a fraction on the readout of a scale is not okay. That's not something that should be allowed to happen. Question 5, though. We'll get out of Ryan rant mode. Which episode of Bugglebots 2019 didn't feature a single pitting? 2 Slav, 2 King.
We put, I forget the official title. Don't at me. It's like the 2 where they have the 2 redemption rumbles.
The Last Chance Rumble or whatever it's called, that one. The one before the grand final.
Jev Anderson, what do you have?
We put episode 3 or Heat C.
Yes.
Mott and FREYLEY?
We've gone with Heat B or Heat 2, the Splody Boy Heat.
And finally, Bugglebuds.
Yeah, Heat 2 as well.
Which was filmed as Heat 5.
Yes.
Which
trivia.
meant that I was only there for the first day of filming, so I saw all the first rounds and the redemption battle, but I didn't get to see the Heat semi-finals. So I was waiting for months to find out the outcome of YU versus Splody Boy.
I didn't get to go at all. Schedule conflict.
To quote our great opponent, Nate Franklin, TV magic. As I'm sure you can all guess from the fact it's what the Bugglebots said, the correct answer was Heat 2.
Yay!
Yay.
And what a
Got some
heat it
points.
was. Next up, for question 6, I did just lose count again, by the way. Continuing along our Bugglebots theme, in the entirety of Bugglebots 2019, including bonus episodes, how many fights were decided by split judges' decision? Let's hear from Mott and FREYLEY.
Well, we decided to go with 3, and I think one of them was the Judges' Rumble.
I would advise not saying which ones you think it is, because remember, the
People are
Bugglebuds have got to name all of them. Unless this is sabotage, of course.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, keep talking, man. It's all good.
I'm a derp.
Jev Anderson, what do you have?
Well,
5.5.
yeah, Anderson said 4, I said 7, so we went directly in the middle.
2 Slav, 2 King?
We are completely going to be wrong about this, but we put 4.
And finally, Bugglebots, I want your number and your fights.
Why'd you do this, Ryan? This is so harsh. We put 4, and the fights in no particular order we've put down are Gear Down for What versus Snappy, the not so controversial 10-way, the second chance rumble, Soul Loser versus Thunderchild, and then the Judges Rumble.
Absolutely perfect. Now, I'm going to say right now, Bugglebots, you have the point for 4 with that list.
Okay.
MOTTE and FREYLEY, you're also getting the point for 3 because it's questionable whether the Judges Rumble was really a judge's decision.
How dare you? Those were professional judges.
Oh, so the one fight that we named as definitely being on the list.
Hey,
is the
you never had to
questionable
name
one.
them. You were just flexing, and I'm not going to punish you for that because you know what? A little bit of style makes for a better quiz.
Hang on, so they got the point for 4, and we
The judges didn't even bother putting style in with the criteria anymore these days, ironically.
It's a loss
So-
to the whole world.
So they didn't do it. So Bugglebots got a point for 4, but we didn't.
Sorry, did you say 4?
We said 4.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you have a point as well then. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we said
lit.
4 as well. We said 4. I remember saying 4.
Didn't. He
This
said
again,
5.5.
Anderson. Not this again.
Specifically, Anderson said 4.
I did say 4, and then Jevon freaking throws 7 in my face, and we go with 5.5. And technically, I think we get a point for being woke because that technically is a full-on split.
Do we get half a point because
Nope.
half our team was right?
Nope.
Look, we've played with half points before. It didn't go well.
Ryan, what if I slip you a 5?
Double it and add a 0, and maybe we're getting there.
Ooh.
5 was a nothing.
I don't think so.
Now, I have a question for Sam and the teams, and maybe even the chat. Would you like to know the scores for the round, or should we keep them for the very end? I don't
Scores
know
for the
what's
round.
right for the quiz format. You know,
Let-
I'm never
let's keep-
sure.
Let's go for the scores per round. We can mount the tension up as different teams go up and down the rankings throughout the quiz.
Yeah, sure, because the team that are in last right now are totally going to move from there.
Oh dear.
So after the first round, 2 Slav, 2 King, you're on 4. JEVANDERSON, you're on 1.
Woo!
MOTTE and FREYLEY, you are also on 4. And Bugglebots are on 4.
Yay!
So out of the jaws of death,
Everything to play for here, guys. Let's be honest.
to be fair, the list round is going to put the cat amongst the pigeons. I'm just glad that we ended up with more than half points on that round because for a while it was not looking good.
I'm just going to say, right, the news is current affairs. The past doesn't matter.
I'm
You
just
say
gonna
that,
say,
and
I'm
the
gonna- I'm
round
gonna
that was
take
about
you.
the present day, about the previous year, you come last on.
I mean, that's technically the past. It's already happened.
So you'd be really upset if the next round was about the past. That's what you're saying.
No,
Which
but
means it
we'll be
is.
on this team, and fingers crossed we'll
It
do something.
depends how far into the past it is.
Let's
Also, are we
reveal
not- are
the
we-
second round.
Also, before we move on, are we not getting half points for the Robot Ruckus question? Or is that just
No half points.
That
Well, no,
was
well-
1 point per robot.
1 point per robot? So I think we've got 5.
Because of your
Unless my maths is...
I have you down as only having got one of
sums
them.
at school yet, have you, Oliver?
Remind
might
me
be-
of your answer.
No, I think you're right.
Yes, what I thought.
Called that
Come
bluff.
at me.
Yeah. Trying to sneak an extra point.
Yeah.
Oliver, you don't talk back to the teacher now.
Now is probably a good point to say that all points are provisional until I've gone back through and checked that I'm not an idiot. We might have to
Oh,
re-announce a winner because
So really, we've got,
scorekeeping is
we've got
really
5
shitting me
points.
out.
Right, you've got to double down, man. You know, the points that you've said are the points that... This is the problem with quizzes. This is one of the things that annoy me about them, is everyone keeps arguing with the quizmaster. You can't do it.
What if the quizmaster's not very good?
Well, then the quiz isn't very good.
Well, we already knew that.
I fear you might be right.
Oh, dear.
Shall we reveal the second round to make Jevon super happy?
Sure.
Round number 2 is the first round.
Oh, fuck.
Hell yeah.
I know all the
you
answers
can't read,
now.
you don't know how to count.
The answers were Big Dylan and Krusty Krab.
So So for round 2, we are diving back into the deep, dark past, mostly. Coming up, we have 6 questions about robot combat firsts. Overall, they're
boy.
worth up to 11 points, and they start
Ooh.
with question 1, which is, what was the first invertible robot to appear on an episode of Robot Wars?
Oh, I know this.
I feel like I should know this, and I can't remember it. It's really annoying.
I do have
Should,
no.
Sam, because in a very early episode, back when we did ratings for the episode we were doing, I included this on a list of groundbreaking robots.
And you know
Use a
what?
rate based on
You know what, Ryan? That's why I know it, because I've been listening to all the early Spinnerproof, because it's been uploaded to YouTube. So there you go, Sam.
Ned,
The
Ned,
YouTube
I'm
Spinnerproof
telling
is
you.
actually helping me out here.
Damn it.
Ned, I'm telling you, it's brute.
Wait,
I'm
the
telling you,
quiz,
it's brute.
the quiz masters are helping them.
Thing is, right, as the person who hosts the watch parties, where we recently went through every single episode of series 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 of Robot Wars, I think I'm quite good. I think I'm quite ready for this.
You just give up at season 5. Just
Oh yeah.
I'm
onwards.
so looking forward to you getting this question wrong.
So am I. So am I, to be honest.
So, anyways, how about Little Fly?
Oh, it made it to the heat final, so it's not a first rounder, is it? So there we go.
Yeah, well,
It should have been.
So,
Who said anything about
Really,
first rounders?
really, if it was the reason why a robot lost. You know, just-
I mean, something did more damage than it, so you know.
it didn't though. It
I mean, it
literally didn't. Watch
Oh, yeah.
the post-battle interview, you moron.
I have, and I have. We watched it recently. He clearly said something did that damage.
He did not, and you know he did.
Jonathan Pierce
Please
said
stand by,
that.
audience. The quiz contestants are arguing about Little Fly again.
I
Quick,
went
get the
for a
standby
leeway,
screen up.
mate.
Yeah.
We're all adults here. Calm down.
Are we ready for question 2?
Yeah, bring it on.
Question 2, then. Which robot was the first to receive the Robot Wars Best Design Award?
Oh,
People with, particularly large screens will probably be able to tell that's actually the Series 2 trophy.
okay, hold on. Let me think.
Is that pertinent? Is that not? You decide.
Wait, so is it Robot Wars Series 1 or Series 2? Because this is quite an important thing.
It's the first. The
So-
first to receive the award. You decide what that means. I'm just here sabotaging you because it's fun for me.
Such an impartial quizmaster.
Well, yeah, I'm messing them all up equally.
Ryan, just remember, I have the power to delete my "Hello There" rep from the Buggle Pack.
But I have that downloaded onto my computer. You can never take it away from me.
Yes, I can. I can hack your computer. I'm smart-ish.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be hard, to be fair. Or you could just wait like 2 months for it to finally catch fire.
I think if I'm right in thinking, I also recently featured on a podcast where we reviewed this exact episode.
Giving things away.
I mean, I don't think it's actually been released yet, but we'll see.
Are we all ready for question 3?
Not quite,
Yes.
hold on.
Also, it
Little
sounds like
Fly
we
is
may.
terrible. Let's go.
I'll ponder on question 2. That's fine. Move on.
It's okay. It isn't like question 3 is a big list or anything. Question
Oh,
3.
it is.
Oh God.
Name all 4 robots which fought in the first ever episode of Battlebots. When I say the first ever episode of Battlebots, I mean SO1, EO1 of the Comedy Central series named Battlebots. And fun fact, when I was writing my sort of answers out on the marking sheet, I only put 3 of these and it confused me for at least 10 minutes.
I'm sort of having my mind blown by the idea that you might have a series of this with only 4 robots on it.
You see, in America, they have this thing called advertising and it's all of their TV.
Oh, Sam Elliott's waiting in the waiting room for the call. Should we let him in?
Let's let him in, but pretend we can't hear him.
It's annoying because I've got 2 down. I have got 2 down. I thought there was only 2. Damn.
What, in the first episode?
Yeah, no, because in the
one
first
fight.
episode, yeah, one fight. I thought so. Yeah,
Was there really only one fight in the first episode? Jesus Christ!
they go
Hello,
through.
welcome to Robot War, singular.
Essentially, they go through the rules and stuff. They go through the format, and then there's one fight which I shall not spoil because it's about to be spoiled in a second.
What were the robots in that fight called?
One's called Little Fly.
The other's called Your Mama.
Wasn't A-Kill in that episode as well?
Yeah.
Pretty certain Banshee was. I know that much.
Oh,
Sam,
Sam
turn
has
off
joined
your
the chat.
video.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, boys.
Oh,
my
his
God.
lips are moving, but I'm not hearing anything.
Sam, I love your YouTube channel, man. I'm subscribed. Wanted to say that.
Robocast for the win.
Sam, you got your mic turned on because we can't hear you.
Why won't Zoom work? Zoom isn't working.
Sorry, Sam.
It's
can
the
hear
Mark
you.
thing all over again.
Oh, God.
Sam,
Sam,
you
speak
make,
up.
You make the best podcasts, man.
I
It's
can
my
hear.
favourite podcast.
I can hear.
Oh, he muted himself. Oh, dear. What a scrub.
I unmuted and then I remuted myself to try and fix it.
Hello, Sam. How are you?
Oh, tremendous.
Hey,
Are you
Sam.
excited to join us midway through the pivotal
Well,
round 2?
This is intense. I feel like, very, yeah.
You feel very talkative and verbose?
I just don't know what to say, really. Yeah, I'm lost for words.
Hey, Sam, can I just ask you a random question, man?
Yeah, go for
Can you
it.
just name 4 robots who are in the first episode of Battlebots?
I'm gonna lose a lot of credibility and say I haven't actually seen much of classic BattleBots here, so
Oh
sorry,
my-
guys.
What a
have.
scrub.
Common about Sam's, is it? That we don't watch old
Yeah.
stuff.
I just unsubscribed from you on YouTube.
I would too. I haven't posted in about 6 months, so I would too.
I mean, hey, your upload schedule's still better than good rebuttals.
I mean, by that I have an upload schedule. It's right. I'll leave you boys to it. Enjoy the quiz, everyone. Hope
You can stay if you want, Sam. You're more than welcome to come in and chat with us.
Oh, good. I might fleet back later on. How about that?
Just mute yourself off for now. Stay in.
Yeah, I'll do that.
We'll enjoy looking at your empty chair.
What
Excellent. And
brand
with
is
that-
Sam's chair?
Actually, it's even better because it's not empty and we can still see him. That's great.
I mean, I'm on a sofa. It was off Facebook Marketplace. I think this one was.
Very nice.
So, anyways, I just watched a video about the world's biggest war criminals. I was surprised to see Little Fly at number 1.
Question 4. Just a single point for this one, I'm afraid. Which robot was the first Beetleweight to be inducted into the Robot Combat Hall of Fame?
God.
This is that moment where you find out how many people actually know about and pay attention to the Robot Combat Hall of Fame.
I don't.
The worrying thing is, I've kind of had an idea of pretty much every question in this round, and that kind of reflects badly on me because I now think I don't have a life.
None of us do, to be fair.
You're taking part
Jevon,
in a
it's
robot
not
combat
Jack.
quiz on YouTube. I mean, you've not exactly peaked, have you? None of us have.
I
peaked in 5th grade.
But I'm the one that's peaked, right? I'm involved in this quiz, but I'm not taking part. This is the peak of life right here.
You're developing valuable skills in the online sort of marketplace. This could go on your CV. This could.
Just completely BS it for your resume.
Yeah. Managed a complicated system for live streaming a world-renowned quiz show.
So, Anderson, are you saying that it's not Jay?
I'm pretty certain it's not Jay. Yeah.
Listen
wait.
here.
Hang on. Which one's Jay again?
Who?
Who's Jay? Wait,
Don't make me move
what's
on to
Jay?
question 5.
Jay Leno?
Before the chat reads itself.
Chin Killer, I'm pretty sure.
Simps.
Sam, mute all of them. Mute all of them. They're being controversial.
No controversy.
It's a Christian quiz.
Christian Karlberg? So we're going to talk about cool robotics now. Nice.
Are we ready for question 5?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Let's do it.
Ryan's got his
Little
teacher
fly.
voice on.
You've all moved down to red. It's okay. You know, if you work hard over the rest of this lesson, you can redeem yourself, and I'll let you go to break on time. And remember, I'm not angry at you. I'm not upset at you. It's just that sometimes some of the choices you make are upsetting for the grown-ups around you.
Can we
And
do like
maybe
a
some of the
version
other
of this?
children too.
Can we do a version of this quiz like where it's just Jevin and Ryan in like their teacher voices for the entirety of it?
It's usually at this point the kids try and bollock me.
You might want to
Yeah,
rephrase that.
Devin teaches at a prison, by the way, if anyone didn't know.
Question 5. Let's go. When did
Oh,
the
come
first
on.
episode of BattleBots air? Now, this is a 3-point question.
Oh God.
You will get 1 point for the year, 1
Okay.
for the month, and 1 for the day.
There is
If you
one
only get
correct
the year
order
right
to
and get the
write
rest
those
wrong,
things in.
Yeah,
I thought you'd enjoy that, Sam.
If I said before 2004, is that correct?
No.
On what date did the first episode of BattleBots air? Yeah, if you only get the day or only get the month, you still get that individual point. You don't need to like sort of hierarchy your way along them or anything. Sounds of deep thought and slight bird song from somewhere.
This is now an ASMR quiz.
So, listeners, today we've got the Big Bot Quiz, the June edition. Now, I want you to relax and listen to my calming voice as we shit on Little Fly.
That was coming. Getting old now, Nedwin.
Please.
Just like you, Anderson.
Yeah, true.
Join me now as I
That's a
preemptively
Arthur.
cross all the boxes for Jev Anderson. Hear the sound of my pencil on the paper.
So, Ryan, just to confirm for this question, is it 3 points for the date, month, and year?
1 each for day, month, and year.
Cool. Okay. Well, got nothing to do
Can it be
here.
the other one? 3 points for each of them.
Yeah.
Just for Jev Anderson, you know, they need some help.
We need all the help we can get.
What I should have done is 1 point if you get one of the 3 bits, 3 points for getting 2, and 5 for all 3. But we haven't done that. I've made my mistakes.
You could just change it now, but you choose not to.
It's pure stubbornness at this point.
You are your worst enemy.
Well, you are a teacher, so I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, the main thing you see when there's like a person description when you're applying for a job is must be extremely inflexible. And I get that on 2 counts.
Oh, and also, Ryan, just a technical point. Is this the date when it was in the USA of when it's aired, or is it the date when it aired in the UK? Or the
Which of
time?
those do you believe was first?
It aired in the UK before it did America.
You didn't specify. You said the first episode, not the first broadcast.
Ooh.
What if they're the same thing?
But you say, when did the first episode of BattleBots air? I could be watching it right now, and I could just say today.
It airs right now at 15:31. There we go. 3 points.
Watch our
Thank you very
live
much.
party.
What I'm
over
actually
on-
looking for is the first time the person who edited it watched the whole thing sort of in one shot.
I'm amazed they had to cut out all 20 minutes of Little Fly's fights.
Are you counting the live recording as it airing because people watched it then?
That's not airing, 'cause it's not going over the airwaves.
Hmm.
That's where the term airing
But
presumably
people
comes
are
from.
breathing air, so
Can you guys all shut up and let's move on?
Like, oh, we do have people who need to like leave and go to work at some point, so we should probably get going.
Yes, we do.
Question number 6. Which Robot Wars machine was the first to be reinstated into the competition? For clarity, when I say reinstated, I mean they fought, lost, and then were brought back in for whatever reason.
Are we saying fought, or does the gauntlets count?
Competed.
So When you say like reinstated, you mean like it lost already and then got back in, not as like it was a reserve brought in.
Not reserves coming in. And I will say, just for clarity, it was a robot that fought, as in had a battle. I could try and keep it open and make it more confusing, but I think it's fair to narrow this down.
Had a battle, lost, then came back. Right, cool.
The reason why we're not interested in, just the fact they came back.
Mr. Psycho in the chat is talking about Googling the answers, and I want to let him know that that is cheating, sir.
You know what's funny? In all the times we've done these quizzes, we've never had to remind people to not cheat. When I used to sort of run pub quizzes, you had to be really hot on it. But for all of us, it's just like, yeah, we're here to have fun. Cheating's not fun. Oh, I've just realised, by the way, that on this slide, we do have one of the other sponsors of the quiz, which is, of course, Abbey Scaffolding. For all of your scaffolding needs.
What if you live in America?
Mate, they'll make it happen. They'll come over from Wales. They'll fix up some scaffolding for you. Don't you worry. It's like the Raid
What if you live in an
Legends
apartment?
of robot combat scene, isn't it? Abbey Scaffolding. It's the scaffolding that everyone's talking about.
It's the thing holding up and supporting this community.
Oh, very
Along with K-Cut, Send, and Bison.
And Dickhead General's gazebos and gardens.
Big up Dickhead General. And also big up a group where we all pretend to be a Battlebots filming. Go join them on Facebook.
No, if we're going to be sponsored by anything, we should be sponsored by the BBB shop right now.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, for all your scaffolding needs.
I tried ordering ESCs from your website, and I just got a bunch of like fucking insulation. What the hell?
Real talk though, those mountable links are beautiful.
Oh, have you tried it yet?
I've got one in the new crossplay.
Oh, good work, man. Excellent.
When XG30 mountable link?
Oh,
that's the question we're all asking.
Really, I'm going for mini blade fuses that are 30 amp.
Yeah, but those don't. Those can pop out, you know.
Not very well, as I found out. It's hard to get in.
Just remember that if you do use those BBB links, they are guaranteed to never fall out during a fight. That is the BBB promise.
Oh God, what are you saying?
And they are offering a full refund for anyone whose link does come out.
Not only that, but if they do fall out, there's a clause that if they do fall out, you can either punch Joe or Greg Croucher at the next event.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
You say that, but those mountable XT60s are almost impossible to get all the way in.
That's it.
That's what she said.
God damn it.
Even more sentences Anderson has never heard.
Oh no, not again.
Hey, do you want to see my mountable XT60?
I think we should do the answers. Let's do the answers. For question 1, we asked, what was the first invertible robot to appear on an episode of Robot Wars? Jeff Anderson, what do you have?
Tracy.
MOTTE and FREYLEY?
Tracy.
Bugglebots?
Tracy.
And 2 Slav, 2 King?
Tracy, but I still have a gut feeling that I'm missing out one that I'm just not remembering.
Do you want to hazard a guess at what that one might be?
No, don't.
Tracy. Yeah, Tracy. We're forgetting Tracy. Defo.
Points all around. It was indeed Tracy. Yay. And what an invertible machine it was.
It made the grand final.
Yeah, I still think it was a genuinely good design.
I have defended Tracy before. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see bits of a tornado in that robot.
It was crap at the start of the episode, but it got really good once the battles came in.
It was a battling robot, not a trials robot. I thought
Tracy was ahead of its time.
Definitely.
The real Series 7 champs.
Some genuine wholesome love for a robot there. That's what we needed at this stage. And on to more celebration with question 2. Which robot was the first to receive the Robot Wars Best Design Award? I tried to confuse you. Let's see if it worked. MOTTE and FREYLEY.
We went with Plunderbird 1.
Bugglebots?
Plunderbird 1.
Two Slav, Two King.
Plunderbird 1.
And Jev Anderson.
Plunderbird 1.
Oh, that pause. That pause.
I was waiting for
very
Jeff to
worried.
speak, but he didn't talk, so I did.
I'm letting you go with this round. This is your round.
Is it?
Once again, a clean sweep. Well done, everyone. It was Plunderbird 1.
We scored more than one on one round.
Yes! But so did everyone else. Fuck.
It's okay. You're keeping pace, ready for that big list round sort of resurgence.
I'm ready for the list round. It causes me trauma every time.
Well, we have a mini list round here for you. With question 3. Name all 4 robots which fought in the first ever episode of Battlebots. Bugglebots, what do you have?
What? Sorry, say that again.
Go for it.
Towards me.
Yeah.
Question 3. What 4 robots did you write, Ben?
Cool. We got Ziggo, Nightmare, Mauler, and Frenzy.
I love
Two Slav, Two King, what do you have?
I will actually say, those 4 did actually, well, 3 of those 4 did compete in the second episode. Bit of trivia there. But we got the actual fight, I believe, was between Backlash and Disposable Hero, was it called? Disposable Hero, yeah. And we guessed at Wedge of Doom and Tento Mushi.
Jev Anderson, what do you have?
We have no clue. So.
Yeah, no, we just went through some classic BattleBots. So we said Tazbot, Vlad the Impaler, La Machine, and the Master.
Just hoping that we might.
No Punjar there, Anderson, eh?
No, not this time, mate. Not this time.
Finally, Mott and Fraley, what do you have?
Mark came out with the very strong Alpha Raptor and Tentamushi. And then we took a wild guess, presuming that they'd be doing 2 different weight classes, and chose some heavyweights. So we went with Nightmare and Mauler.
One team has 1 point. One team has 3 points. And 2 teams have no points. It was Backlash versus Disposable Hero and Tentamushi versus Salad.
Salad.
I would never have known any of those answers if I weren't the one writing the question. So fair play for even getting 1.
I knew Backlash and Disposable Hero. I didn't know the others.
Big up, Ned.
Battlebots, they had a lightweight event as well as a heavyweight event, because at one time there were lightweight robots, believe it or not.
I know that Ziggo, Mauler, and Nightmare appeared in the second episode, but I had no clue on the first one. I never watched it, so I genuinely don't know.
It's a weird episode as well, because like someone was saying when you were discussing answers, it's part intro to the series.
Yeah, they did that in season 2 as well. Basically, they go over the format, they introduce the series, and then I thought they only had 1 fight, so I'm not sure what the Tentamushi and Salad fight was.
They had an extremely long segment introducing Lisa Winters as a builder.
Oh,
and
so
then the Tentamushi versus Salad fight.
So it just featured. Oh, okay.
Which was, as I recall, quite underwhelming.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it a good watch?
Not
No.
particularly. I mean, I've seen the episode and I can't remember it. So,
as I recall, in that fight, you saw more of the person operating the hazards than you did the robots.
big up Pete Lambertson, water guy.
What a great job to have as well.
Yeah. Oh, you can just tell he loves his job. Just look at him.
Question 4. Which robot was the first Beetleweight to be inducted into the Robot Combat Hall of Fame? Let's start with Jev Anderson.
Silent Spring.
Mott and Fraley.
Silent Spring.
Bugglebots.
Silent Spring.
And Two Slav, Two King.
Jameson
Silent
goes
Spring.
Chad Robot, Silent Spring.
Once again, a clean sweep. Very well done.
Hey,
Next year, I
big up
hope that I
Silent
can
Spring.
encourage everyone to vote for. I mean, who should we all be voting for?
DREADBIN.
Probably.
Hello there.
Yeah,
Hello
DREADBIN, hello there, Crossblow, Polly, Grab,
Yes.
Couch Potato, Sprocket Raccoon, or Volper, or Snowdrop, whatever's running. All of the beautiful robots. Yeah, Painsley.
Something build a beetle. Come on, guys.
I will when your shop's got parts.
I don't know
Once
what you're
again, we are
talking
sponsored by.
I'm just
For
looking
all your
down below
scaffolding
me
needs.
at a beautiful big pile of beetle parts, mate. So just get that.
Yeah, send it
ordered
to
in.
Southampton in a cardboard box down the river. That'd be great. Cheers. Thanks.
Or could you send them to Norfolk in the shape of a Beetleweight robot? Thanks.
No one goes to Norfolk. Come on. Let's be real now.
Let's crack on to question 5. Another multi-pointer here. When did the first episode of Battlebots air? I would like your answers, please, Americans, in the format day, month, year, if that's possible. We'll do this properly.
Just say American, it's fine.
Someone
He's
might
used
be
to it.
hiding behind an accent. You never know. Let's start with Bugglebots, please.
Okay, so we've picked the 23rd of August, the year 2000.
Mott and FREYLEY, what do you have?
We know it's 2000, so we just went with 15th of March, the Ides of March. Why not?
They were
Thanks for
simple
opening with the year there.
instructions. Day, month, year.
They redeemed themselves. It's fine. JEVANDERSON, what do you have?
We
We
put
just- Oh, yeah, go on, you go.
10th of May 2000.
And finally, Two Slav, Two King.
We put the 20th of April 2000.
No, we didn't. We put the 69th of October 2000.
Not that many days in October.
Well, the good news is they're equally wrong. Everyone has points. Everyone got the year 2000. It was the 31st of August 2000.
Wait, someone actually got that.
So that's 2 points for Bugglebots.
Yeah, the slide says August 23rd.
Hey, there we go. Right, 3 points. Thanks, Ryan.
The slides
How have I done that? Sorry, it is the 23rd.
Oh, it is the 23rd.
Can we just appreciate everything that's wrong with what I've just done? The
Oh,
order
man.
is wrong.
Yeah, the order's wrong for a start. Let's be bleeding on about it. For fuck's sakes.
Look, I'm very opinionated when there's no scrutiny, okay?
I think Charlie hacked his computer and swapped it around. Must have done.
Yee boy.
The worst thing is that when I was marking, I was listening for the number 31, and I now can't remember if anyone said 23rd.
I did. We did. I said 23rd of August.
Yeah, we
2000.
said 23rd of May.
Do we trust Ben? We trust Ben, don't we?
You can go back in the footage.
He's
I
a
did
champion
say
for
23rd of
a
August.
I don't trust him because he keeps winning. I swear he's got like...
I
Go to the
trust
YouTube
Ben, I don't
video,
trust
forward back
Anderson.
about a minute, and you'll see I say August 23rd, 2000.
What's
Definitely
did.
said it the correct way around, which is the
Yeah,
What's
I did say
crazy
the right
is
way
that
round.
they crammed 5 seasons of all nearly 20 episodes long into just 2 years.
That's bananas.
23rd of August, August
America.
2000, and then it finished in late 2002.
There's just not enough time to build heavyweights in that. What are they doing?
Waiting to see if the chat will validate Ben's claims.
Be interested to see what they say.
Look, we should be relying on the chat. I should just be getting it right in the first place, let's be honest.
There are a number of people laughing at you, Ryan, for getting this wrong. So.
Oh, yeah,
I can.
over the years,
vouch
I've
for
become
Ben.
comfortable with that.
I will vouch for Ben. I heard him say 23rd of August.
Same.
Fair play,
Same.
Bugglebots. Fair play.
And that was a
Okay.
complete guess. That was just a random picked date because I had no clue.
Can I have a bonus point now?
For what?
Sportsmanship.
Being nice.
Fun
You get
fact
push-
about this. Fun fact. This is actually 2 days after I turned 4 years old.
And you still didn't know the answer.
That
You
makes
useless.
I was 4.
very old.
We didn't get Comedy Central at my house.
I was literally 1 month and 10 days old.
Shut up, Oliver.
Can I just check that everyone here was at least born when that happened?
Yes.
Yes.
Very much.
I think
Yeah.
I was in my
Thanks for
teen
that.
years at that point in my life. I'm not too sure.
Okay, Boomer.
Thanks.
Would you guys like to hear some scores?
No, you
There's
haven't
still-
done
there's
quiz
still
on
six
six.
questions.
One more question.
Oh,
to
yeah,
do.
number 6 would be useful.
Hell,
wouldn't
right.
it? Stop bullying me. Okay, number 6 then. Which Robot Wars machine was the first to be reinstated into the competition? We'll start with Two Slav, Two King.
We put Big Brother.
Series 3, Big Brother.
Mott and FREYLEY.
We went with the more.
JEVANDERSON.
Big Brother.
Yeah, Series 3 Big Brother.
And Bugglebots.
You went with Wild Thing, but I think it's not that. I don't think. I think it's something different.
What do you
Wild
think it
Thing?
is now then?
Wild Thing.
I think it's Big Brother.
Is that because you heard
That
two
is
other
the
people
woke
get it right?
answer.
No, it's just I was thinking it in my head. It was just earlier on. I thought.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
all
why
right,
I've got
all
Wild
right.
Thing in my head.
Ben.
Out of curiosity, what made you choose Wild Thing?
Because I thought the Series 5 semi-finals redemptions, and I thought it got knocked out in its first round, didn't it?
Yeah, but that's
Against-
not reinstated. What reinstated?
That's not
means.
reinstated.
When it won its losers battle, didn't it? So that's what I thought.
And also, it lost its reinstatement fight, so it technically didn't get reinstated.
Oh yeah, that's true.
As I think we may have ascertained for ourselves, the correct answer was indeed Big Brother.
Yay.
I got a classic
yeah.
Robot Wars question right.
Thank you, Charlie. That was a
I
really good
actually
shout.
I thought it was Morg at first, and I was like, oh wait, yeah, of course, Big Brother.
I feel so embarrassed that I got that wrong.
And I tell you what, it's affected the scores in quite a meaningful way as well. We've got some proper field spread going on now. So in that round, Team Mott and FREYLEY scored 5. JEVANDERSON scored 5. Bugglebots scored 6. And 2slav2 King. Not my name. Ned and Charlie scored 8.
How is this happening? We're meant to be losing. That's why we're here.
We're supposed to be in last.
I mean, there's still plenty of time. So that makes the
The
scores.
Matrix is split.
I was gonna say, what's the totals?
We're
now?
last.
The scores going into round 3 are in 4th place, JEVANDERSON on 6. In 3rd place, unusually for them, it's Mott and FREYLEY on 9. In 2nd, Bugglebots have 10. And the runaway leaders so far are 2slav2 King on 12.
What?
How did this happen?
Twice as good as us at the minute.
The chat is contesting the answer to that last question, Ryan. Suggesting
Oh,
that it
no.
should be Mortis.
Oh.
Oh, no, because in Series 2, Mortis got the pinball run for Mortis.
Yeah, but that didn't lose a battle, did it? It was the robot that lost a battle
Yes.
and then got reinstated.
That was
What didn't lose
clarified.
a battle to get
Boy,
in.
am I glad I chose that clarification because it was a complete roll of the dice.
I was originally going to say Cassius because Cassius was meant to be in Heat A of Series 2, but they couldn't get it working in time for their Gauntlet run. And then they got it working again a bit later on and were allowed to be, they were reinstated and put back in the show later. But because they didn't lose a battle, didn't say it. So
Yeah, that's not reinstatement. That's just behind the scenes juggling.
Yeah,
I suppose.
that's not really reinstatement.
Well, no, well, technically, you would argue that Payne and the Parthian shot lost in their heats because they weren't ready in time. If they were then ready for a later on heat, they would have technically been reinstated. Just saying.
Well, Scottish Revenge not reinstated because Pussycat was
Revenge was reinstated as well, but that was after. That was in Heat.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Big Brother Heat was Heat D.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just point out how stressful this round was to me? Knowing that exactly that could happen.
You haven't even reached the list round.
I know. I know. Sam, will you please reveal the next round? It is the picture round.
Here we go.
Okay, I can see this.
I was going to say, I just want to check that everyone can see the Zoom call.
Okay, just
to get these.
Give us a bit more time because I've got to send it to Charlie.
Maybe not. Are they on like the actual PowerPoints, the photos?
Yeah, we'll bring up the first one. Not yet, Sam. Hold on.
Okay, yeah.
When we bring up the first one, you'll see. So, as always, we're moving on to the calm round. And the round that is the least work for me. This is the picture round. As always, we've taken photos of some robots. We've zoomed in. We've taken away all the beautiful, beautiful colours, leaving you with an abstract mess of metal, plastic, rubber, and whatever else. There are 6 questions. They're worth 6 points, and you won't believe what the first picture is.
It will shock you.
Is that my cue to move on now, is it?
Yes, it is.
What an amazing picture. My God, I did not see that coming. Wow. Amazing. So Charlie, can you see this?
Yes.
Can you see it well enough?
I mean, I can see it. I can see it fairly enough. Yeah. Like I can. Ned, I'm into your help, but yeah, I can see it. Wait.
How is he going to help
No,
you
we're
with
good.
seeing? He's in a different continent.
Carrier pigeon. How many more times?
A really fast carrier pigeon. Eh? This is another fun round for Sam to play along with, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. The answers from the chat are flooding in, though.
I was going to ask you how many of them are correct, but you wouldn't know.
I have no idea.
You know, I gotta say, it's kind of bold for you guys to pull a photo of Dr. Fist like that.
Kevin's just going to quickly run off and grab a charger. I don't know if we're pausing for that or not.
Well, I mean, we told everyone to go to the toilet before. We didn't tell everyone to get a charger before, so I guess it's on us, isn't it?
I mean, it's quite clear that one's obviously Banshee. Come on, let's be real now.
No, it's Dr. Fist, fam.
Fuck off.
Little fly.
I keep wanting to join in with the sort of random robot name shouting, but I'm really worried I'm going to just shout the next answer.
Do it.
Yeah, do
Let's
it.
do it. Shit.
Do it.
Do it.
Sam, please reveal question number 2. Which I guess aren't questions at all, because it's one overall question of what robot this.
Oh, God, this is so hard for me.
Oh God. I mean, there's no way you would know that. Let's be real here.
No. That might be a dangerous hint, though.
This question just became, how well do you know Charlie? It's a bold new take on the quiz format.
Oh, we all know that he loves Punjar, so it's probably Punjar, I'd say.
Whenever I host a quiz on Good or Bottle, it's just gonna be questions about my life. It's like, where did I propose to my fiance?
Yes.
The planet
Yeah.
Earth.
The USA, planet Earth.
I'd love it if it wasn't the USA.
Yeah, just give me the exact coordinates of the exact place, the exact coordinates of exactly where I was
the
at the time.
latitude is minus 37.
This picture has given me an idea for a really evil picture round question when ESC hosts.
Oh God.
Like yes, he will ever host.
Probably host sooner than you will.
I'm hang on, let's see. It's Ben, then James, then me. And it was meant to be me, then James, but James asked me to swap because he would be busy in September, so that's fair enough.
Sam, reveal the third question.
Question, lol.
Yeah,
Well, that's just too easy. Come on, mate. You could have done a better crop job on that.
That's clearly Tornado.
Oh yeah.
No, it's
I mean,
Tracy.
it looks more like Elvis to me, but
The weird thing is he's talking about the person.
yes.
I mean, as he shouts, "Let the wars begin!" Obviously.
Yes.
I'm still setting that up on my Alexa thing, by the way. No one's going to know what I mean by that, but I'm doing that. When
You're just gonna like do that in the middle of the night while your missus is asleep. Just go, Alexa, intruder alert. Just be like, Anderson, what the hell?
Let the wars begin.
Let's have
The
picture
plot
number
twist.
4.
They're like the only three who know what this is what we're talking about. Ooh.
That shut you up, didn't it?
It did a little bit. Yeah.
Nope, I got it.
Well, stop getting it. You're beating us. I don't like it.
Imagine if 2 Slav 2 King actually win this.
That means we'll have to
I
come
will
back.
officially have to quit as a guru. I'm going to have to. Aren't I? Let's be real.
The shame
So
for the
then, wait.
rest of you.
If we win this, I think it might like set 2020 back on track. Because us coming last all the time clearly doesn't seem to be working. So I think us coming first this time might set 2020 back on track.
What I'll find hilarious is that all these Brits lost to an American again.
Whore of Independence. just so you know, the
Whore of
robot one, obviously, not the
Independence.
real one, not the real one, the robot ones. The Robot Wars ones, you muppet! Don't care about real history. Come on.
Again, the past is far behind us. The future doesn't exist.
Pussycat dominated, Pussycat dominated.
History
hosted,
doesn't talk about. History books don't talk about Detonator versus Frenzy enough.
Image number 5, please, Sam.
Wait, what?
The hell is that?
Yeah.
Wait,
You
hang
all
on.
thought I was playing. I don't play.
What the
I
fuck
hate
is
you.
that?
What is that?
Oh, I've got a really strong idea, but I don't know the robot's name.
I have a name, but I do not have a clue. I've sent you the name, Charlie. There you go.
Is it Ned?
Yes, it is.
You stumped the chat as well with this one, Ryan.
Goody. There's so many things I
is
could
it-
say to gloat more, but they'd just be clues.
If it's the robot that I think it is, from the show that I think it is, then fuck you.
Is it Refbot?
Oh, that would actually be a really good shout.
So what upset Oliver recently? Let's think now.
I mean, it looks a bit.
I mean, he got hungry in his napping.
Is it Wedgie Boy?
Wedgie Boy. I mean, it looks a bit like Dundee from Series 3 to me, but
We'll give you maybe 10 more seconds on this, and then Sam will move us on to the final image. Let's throw him that last one.
Yep.
Yeah, I know that
one.
Don't know if I'm pleased to hear that or not.
How important are specifiers in our answers?
Very.
Okay, good. I will keep that in mind.
As anyone who remembers the time I got, splatter and shatter confused will attest to, being specific is very important on this quiz.
You'll kind of see what I mean here, but I'm gonna do it just to save our butts.
I've done the same, Charlie.
Especially considering during the last quiz, some youngster gave us hell for saying Thermidor and not Thermidor 2. I'm not going to name names, Oliver Stapley.
I mean, there is a big difference between the two
I
of them.
stand by what I did.
To be fair, there is a vast difference. One's got a flipper and kept losing in round 1, and one didn't have a flipper and made it past round 1. So there we go.
You quite obviously meant Thermidor 2, and you said Nuts 1 specifically.
Yeah.
Good job, no one's bitter, eh?
When we host the quiz, y'all are going down. We have plans for you.
This quiz is just going to become progressively harder as people bear more and more grudges.
When it goes to like good rebuttal / spoiler alert, the final round will just be who can sing Pit of Ice from memory the most.
Yes.
Coming out of the cage and I stood just fine.
Okay, before Content ID bops us, let's get on to some answers. For question 1, we showed you this image. Let's start with Jevanderson.
But pretty certain that's Pulverizer from the Dutch Robot Wars.
2 Slav, 2 King.
Yeah,
Pulverizer.
Dutch. Yeah, Dutch was Pulverizer.
Mott and Fraley.
We've also gone Pulverizer.
And Bugglebots.
It's Pulverizer, of course.
Your own Leverloo wants to know your location.
Hello,
Yeah,
guys.
your own
Get on
builder,
here. So,
Excellent. You've all nailed it.
Fun fact, your own made Pulverizer because he made every single Dutch robot ever.
yes, that's correct. Yeah.
That's completely correct. That is factually true.
The entirety of the Dutch robot wars was all during Liverloo.
Yeah.
These are facts. You can't dispute this.
The other Roboteers weren't even Dutch. They just spoke it. That's all it was.
For question 2, we showed you this image.
Cool, tough one.
Bugglebots, what did you
Upper
put?
snails, no, P1.
We got P1.
Mott and Fraley.
P1.
Jevanderson.
Garden's Wet Dream P1.
And 2 Slav, 2 King.
If I got this wrong, I would have had to retire on site. P1.
It is, of course, P1. Good job, everyone.
Terminator. Oh, wait.
For number 3, we showed you this.
No.
Mott and Fraley, what did you put?
Rosie the Riveter.
2 Slav, 2 King.
Rosie
the Riveter.
Jevanderson.
Rosie the Riveter. Riveting stuff.
And Bugglebots.
Nuts 2.
Thanks,
At least you didn't say Nuts 1 on purpose.
Also,
I'll have to take your first answer, I'm afraid. So,
also, Ryan, when you announce this, you've got to do it in the commentator's voice from Extreme Warriors.
I can barely do it in my own voice today.
Rosie the Riveter.
Rosie the Riveter.
Every day for the last 20 years.
Bugglebots,
From
do you want
Virginia,
to answer?
Rosie the Riveter.
Rosie the Riveter.
No,
Well, that's the answer we got is Nuts 2.
Final answer.
I should never assume you're joking, should I? It was indeed Rosie the Riveter.
Nuts 2.
Oh. This whole thing's rigged. Look, I have Rory Mangles here, and he is angry as hell.
It's okay. Should we start with you guys for number 4 to make you feel better?
Go on then.
For question number 4, we showed you this picture.
Wagyu.
Love to King.
Wagyu. Wagyu. or Wagyu. How do you say it? Is it Wagyu or
Wagyu?
Wagyu.
It's
That
pronounced Wagyu.
That one then.
God.
I believe that's how it was officially announced. MOTTE and FREYLEY, what did you put?
We also went with Wagyu.
And Jev Anderson.
Go on, Jev, tell him.
We didn't. we said Valkyrie because we couldn't work it out because we're thick.
I'm glad we're stumping some people with some of them. It was, of course, the beauty that is Weo.
And I should have known that because Weo is one of my favourite Beetleweights ever.
Same.
It's one of those ones where without the colour...
Genuinely cross with myself over that one, not going to lie.
You should be ashamed of yourselves for not knowing it because I got this one when Ryan was testing it with me. So
only when I pointed out to Sam that he'd spent the whole day stood next to
Look,
it.
that's no. We don't need to tell people that. The point is, I got it.
Number 5. Let's see where people got with this. Jev Anderson,
This is the
what did
one
you
I
go
think
for?
it is.
Right, I didn't really know, but the spinner kind of looked like Meshuggahs from the Dutch Robot Wars, so I just said that. Or we said that, sorry.
2 Slav, 2 King, what have you got?
We put Serious Business from Bugglebots 1.
Bugglebots, what do you have?
So we
Who's
were
got
like,
Oh.
yeah, sorry. We're thinking the general from season 8, and then we went for Excalibur, the China Gabriel bot.
And MOTTE and FREYLEY, what do you have?
I feel vindicated by that last one because, yeah, I was thinking it's Craig Collias's entry into Clashbot. Why would you bring that into this domain? This is disgusting. It is Excalibur, the Chinese version of Gabriel. How dare you?
It's awesome. It's a great.
Can we just discuss for a second what Anderson was saying about this picture? The what seemed familiar?
I thought that was a disc. Shut your face.
Let's show them the full picture and put them out there.
Fair, right? Jevon thought it was Lizard from the Dutch.
Oh, that's such a weird angle.
This was the best photo available. There were only 2. And I was not putting this robot in.
Guys, it missed.
We've got spare HDPE from this very wheel in our workshop, so I'd be annoyed if I didn't get this right.
Once again, the Bugglebots have an easy question to answer. Clear favoritism here on the part of Ryan because it's his former teammate. You know, I'm calling hacks on this now.
In all fairness,
because you're in last.
Yeah.
I did think it was the disc of Serious Business. To be fair to Anderson, you know, he wasn't the only one.
Serious Business is a good shout.
Nice up to me. Holy shit, this is new. I'm not used to this.
The good news is we did finish on a slightly less mean one. Question 6, we showed you this. MOTTE and FREYLEY, what was your answer?
Sabretooth.
Specifically Series 8 Sabretooth.
2 Slav, 2 King, what do you have?
Series 8 Sabretooth.
Series 8 Sabretooth.
Bugglebuds?
Yeah, Sabretooth. There we go.
You gonna tell me a little more there? Or are we leaving it at Sabretooth?
The one with the silly wedge and the lifty claw thing.
Close enough.
I'll allow it. And Jev Anderson.
Sabretooth Series 8.
You put Eric? No. So yeah, Sabretooth Series 8. Yeah.
It was, of course, the Series 8 Sabretooth.
With the silly wedge and the lifty glory thing.
The coolest one.
Joe brilliantly put it.
They
The only
never
part
worked,
of the robot that Gabe Strauss designed allegedly was the self-righting arm, which did not work.
Ooh.
That's why it's called
Oops.
Sabretooth.
How are they meant to get under anything with the wedge that steep?
Yes.
Yeah, who would build a wedge that steep?
Me?
Yeah, that is a hello there angle right there, isn't it?
I mean, I'm thinking more Petunia. Very, very steep wedge, but with crushing claw. That was somewhat effective. So, yeah, you can't be too harsh on them.
You're only saying that because Crossgrow's got a steep wedge. And it didn't work at SXS.
Sprocket Raccoon had a steep wedge, didn't work at XXS.
The one
To be fair,
part
it
of
was
the
much
robot
less
that
steep
did
once it was
work.
torn off.
The one part of the robot that did work was the wedge.
We had to bring that up.
Would you like some scores?
Not really.
Yeah.
Things have closed back up again. We have our first 100% round. So congratulations to Team MOTTE and FREYLEY, 6 out of 6.
Yeah! Come on!
That's the enthusiasm we needed. Two Slav, Two King, and Bugglebots, 5 out of 6.
I'll take it.
And
Okay.
lagging behind, the dark horses for this quiz, with 4 out of 6, it's JEVANDERSON.
It was you, mate. You put us off at the beginning by saying we were favourites. No, it's just completely. Now, what it is, right, is Jevin just gone and put the beer moth wheel that he has in his freaking hut thing, and that is what's ruining us right now.
The scores as they stand going into the list round: JEVANDERSON lagging behind on 10.
We made double figures.
FREYLEY, double figures. You need. MOTTE and FREYLEY on 15. Bugglebots on 16. Hang on, I'm just doubting my own maths for a second.
I was going to say we were one behind Bugglebots on the last round, and we scored the same as them on this round.
Yeah, I've got 15 to be honest. So
Yeah. Bugglebots joint second with 15, and in the lead still by 2 points is Two Slav, Two King on 17.
How is this happening? What is happening?
How? What? No. Hang
If
on,
anyone's
Ned,
going
don't
out
worry.
to the shops after this, can they get me some more legible handwriting, please?
I literally thought at the start of this round that SXSS happened in 2019. So how is this happening?
Ned, don't worry. This round will
way.
sink us.
True.
This will sink us. Don't worry.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
Let's
do
get
it.
into it. It is time for the list round. And it is time for everyone to put their listening ears on because I have got some rules to explain. Teams, I have forewarned you a little bit about the intricacies of this round, but there are some things that I left behind. And of course, we need to explain for the benefit of the audience. This round comprises of 7 quote-unquote questions. For each question, you'll be given the name of a roboteer. Your job is to name all of the robots' teams that they have been part of.
I'm down for this.
Oh God, your Rowan's gonna be in this.
Oh,
Let's go write down your own on 1 to 7.
You just write all Dutch robots and then you get full marks.
This is a timed round with a strict limit of 1 minute per question. So make sure you work fast. That's not going to be a tight time frame at the beginning, but by the end, that is not going to be long. I will give you a bonus minute at the end just to tidy up your answers. And of course, you're welcome to go back and work on old questions at any time. You're not allowed to do that because I'd like the idea. It's just that I can't physically stop you. You're going to have 8 minutes overall. We're only looking for robots that took place in robot combat series which were televised or kind of webcast. And the robots must have had a fight televised. The roboteer...
Sorry, carry on.
So no, ask your question.
Does that mean things like Motorama are in as well?
I'm going to give you a comprehensive list later, don't worry.
Okay.
The roboteer must have either appeared as part of the team, or in the case of modern series, they must officially be listed as a team member on the show's official website, even if they weren't shown on screen.
So, for clarification, if team members from another team went on and joined a team that was doing well, like the Nuts team joining Jellyfish in Series 9, that doesn't count.
They've been shown as part of the team.
All right, okay.
Now, an event being live streamed does not count as it being webcast, nor does the kind of episodic format of a competition like Battle in the Borough. So for clarity, we're talking about Battlebots, Robot Wars in all of its forms, King of Bots, This is Fighting Robots, Clash Bots, Robotica, Bugglebots. And there will be robots from all of the competitions that I've just mentioned.
Right.
Now, I'm not going to be telling you how many answers there are for each roboteer. You are free to write as many answers as you like for each of them. You will get 1 point for every answer that is right, and you will lose a point for any answers that are wrong. It's a marking nightmare for me. If you put down an answer that I don't have, and you're certain that I'm wrong and I should have it, all you need to do is just provide us a little bit of proof. And if we decide you're right, we'll give you the point. If it's kind of borderline and we really can't make a call, we'll zero it. No plus point, no minus point. Does that all make sense so far?
Yep.
I'm going to give you one little bit of help. And that is that I'm going to tell you that every roboteer that comes up will either have the same number of robots as the person before or more.
Okay.
So if the first person had 2, the second person would have 2 or more, and so on. Is everybody ready?
Sure.
Does everybody have a clear line of communication with their teammate open and ready to do this?
Yeah.
Yes.
In that case, the time will start when Sam reveals the first roboteer. Sam, it's in your hands.
Do you want me to do the timer for this?
I've got a timer here, but if
Okay.
you want to time it yourself and you can do that within the next 20 seconds,
I've got a timer
then
ready,
I'm
yeah.
happy to sit here not having to worry about
Ryan, sorry, just as a final question before we start, are you looking for the actual team names of the bots?
the name of the
person?
robot.
Okay, fine.
Good question, Ben. Thanks for asking it.
That's right.
And thanks for covering while Sam gets a timer ready.
I've got a timer ready.
Right,
First,
we're all in
is it-
Sam's hands.
Is it a minute per list, yeah?
Yep.
Right then. 3, 2, 1. Oh, no, it didn't go. God damn it.
Not all me. There we go.
There we go.
Right.
So the first roboteer is Sam Price. I'm really hoping for someone to go, who? At one of these.
Oh, we all know who Sam Price is.
Just to clarify, they have to have been seen on screen, right?
Yes.
Hang on, does like SXS count? Because that was broadcast.
That is live
Yeah,
streamed,
was it?
and that does not count.
Okay, cool.
How
Actually,
dare
it wasn't live streamed. It was just
Yeah.
fights were posted. That doesn't count.
We can't be bothered to live stream. That's too much work.
True.
As long as it is to get beaten by Sam Price, he's done me a massive favor each time because it shows just where my robots are weak and where I make them strong for next time. So thank you, Sam Price.
Even if I understand you didn't have the best of times today at Robo Dojo.
No? I'll have to see the videos.
3, 2, 1.
Will Thomas. I'm really hoping that someone's written down like 10 for the first one. Jev Anderson probably want to be bold here, you know. Got some points to make up. No harm in losing a few. I'm not trying to just stir up drama and tension.
You are. You bloody well are.
Look, where's the fun in being the host if you can't sabotage everyone? It's what I'm here for.
Good point.
Everyone feeling calm so far?
I'm just waiting for your own Leverloo to show up on this list.
Just start a separate list in case.
Basically.
3, 2, 1.
George Francis. I was expecting to hear a little yelp of delight from Ben as he definitely knew all the answers to this one.
I'm just thinking. The Will Thomas one's throwing me a bit.
You're going to have to tell me when to stop doing this, Ryan, because I have no idea how many there are.
There are 7.
Okay.
So, Ryan, just
Basically,
to
the
confirm
page will be
something.
full. Yes, Ben.
Sorry. So question 1 had to say X robots, and then question 2 has to have X or more robots. So it basically
Exactly, yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
The more questions we go through, the more nervous I am that my lists are
3,
horribly inaccurate.
2, 1.
Tim Rackley.
My close personal childhood friend.
Yes.
Wonder how many people watching actually know that story. And whether you can tell it in about 45 seconds.
Well, the fact that Tim and I met several times before realising that we were good friends in primary school.
So funny.
So kind of unrelated, but there is one that that may be a bit contentious, but I did look up evidence.
You looked up evidence within the round. That's
Not
fine.
that
You can present it to us when we get there, if you even need it.
because it's something that I don't think many people may know. I just remembered it somehow.
That's cool. We'll take a look at it when we get there.
I may just like have to message it to you, Ryan, on Facebook, considering Sam doesn't believe in Facebook.
Kevin Cleesby.
Who the hell's that?
I was so hoping he would come up.
Oh, Ben, come on, mate. Easy. I'm meant to be sabotaging you, Ben. What the fuck? I'm helping you, man.
Chat's asking if seasons 9 and 10 count as separate answers. And I don't know.
You know that meme of Thanos where he goes, "I don't even know who you are." That's me right now.
To answer the chat question, that would depend on if they're different robots. If they were named differently, then I would realistically be expecting people to name them separately.
Who is this guy? Just out of curiosity.
He's the guy from the games.
Oh, well, great. Yeah.
I'll message you, Anderson.
Cool. Just so you know, I am crap with names. Just ask my teammate, Jessica.
I mean, so far you've been crap with a lot of things, to be fair.
Oh.
Oof.
I mean, to be fair, you're right.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, cheers, Jeff.
Ed Robinson.
Ooh.
A little more poignant now than when I wrote it, but I'm glad it's on there.
Yes.
Just for the interests of Sam, the next one is the last one.
Yeah, thank you.
We've been talking about teacher things. This kind of busy silence is exactly what you live for in the classroom.
I can picture so many of Ed Robinson's robots, I just can't name them.
Well, that's not going to work very well for you in this round, then, is it?
No, it's not.
I mean, you could try making up names and hoping they're right.
I mean, to be honest, that's not too hard with Ed Robinson.
3, 2, 1.
Craig
I
Dan.
knew it was going to be top of the list.
So this is the last one. You now
my
have
God.
the minute for Craig Danby plus a minute of time to just sort out your answers. Then Sam will call time. We want you to kind of lock in what you've got.
Does this include events that haven't happened yet?
I'll let you decide the answer to that question.
Okay.
Of course it doesn't. This isn't the time travel edition.
Time travel edition is for Tukti.
Yeah. And that's in the wrong direction. Do you want to give a 1 minute warning, Sam, when we get there, just for people's benefit?
Yeah.
We plan all of this ahead.
This is well rehearsed, this. It's 1 minute left.
This is where we need some like tension music.
I'm
Quick,
afraid
someone
I'm-
hum the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire tune.
But no, but don't do it accurately enough to trigger content ID.
Oh, we're off air now. Okay.
We've only recently started using this YouTube channel. We don't want to lose it.
I mean, nothing of great value would be lost, let's be honest. Except the boat video. The boat video is amazing. More people need to go and watch the boat video after this.
Agreed.
Sam staring intently at his timer, which appears to be on the floor.
Sorry, shall I?
Ryan, I have another one that could be contentious. I don't know what the word is.
4, 3, 2.
This is going to be spicy.
1.
Pencils down, hands off your papers, and out of your pants, please. Know who you are.
Bugger.
Damn it. I was almost there as well.
God, that was tiring. It's a lot to write.
Everyone just relax, just shake your hands out a bit, do some stretches.
Yeah, you said that was the chill round. I'm exhausted. I'm going to
Chill for me.
That was horrible.
Oh my god.
I'll be honest, that's the best list round I've done.
Yeah, I feel okay-ish.
I
Hey,
feel
we haven't
alright.
gone through the answers yet. They could be completely different to what you're expecting them to be.
Probably will
Right. Let's not hang around. Let's get straight into this with Roboteer number 1.
Before you do say, can Can I check? We're not going to lose marks if we have less than the previous answer, are we?
Absolutely not. No, that's just a little clue for you to work out how many there should be.
Phew, I shall relax slightly.
So Roboteer number 1 was Sam Price. Jev Anderson, what robots did you put for Sam Price?
We had Maximum Overdrive and Apex.
Any more?
Nope.
Not that was televised, no. That we can think of.
Bugglebuds, what did you have?
We've got
Those
maximum.
two-
Yeah.
Sorry, go for it. Those two and Foxic, yeah.
Yeah.
Any more?
No, there was two seasons of Foxic. No, 1 season of Foxic and 2 seasons of Apex. So maybe Apex 2 if they numbered it. I don't know. I don't want to do that because we might lose points, right?
I'm just baiting you into mistakes.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing.
Nah, I think there's 3. I think it's those 3.
I think it's 3.
Yeah.
2 Slav, 2 King. What do you have?
Overdrive in Bugglebots and Apex and Foxic in RW. If it was.
And Mott and Fraley, what do you have?
Yeah, we have Apex, Toxic, and Maximum Overdrive.
Fantastic. Nothing contentious yet. The list that I have, Sam, if you could reveal the list, please, is Maximum Overdrive, Apex, and Foxic. Foxic was a last-minute addition when I thought to just Google his name one more time.
Yeah,
So
we considered Foxic, but we weren't sure, so decided to leave it.
That's more of a
Series A.
website one. I don't think he was seen that much on screen. Roboteer number 2 was Will Thomas. Charlie, I'm going to let you go last if that's okay. If you've got a contentious one.
No,
Oh, it's not for him.
Yeah, it's not for this one.
Oh, okay, cool. In which case, we'll start with you. 2 Slav, 2 King. What
Okay.
do you have?
Shockwave,
We got
Aftershock.
Traction and Soldier Ant.
Bugglebuds, what do you have?
That's a great
We've
show.
got Shockwave, Aftershock, Traction.
Mott and Fraley.
Oliver?
Oliver!
Oliver!
Am I back?
Yes, you sink, Oliver!
This is a crossover with Top Hero cock posting.
Yes.
Mott and Fraley, what do you have for Will Thomas?
Am I back?
Oh my
You-
god.
you make it- Let's ask Jev Anderson and we'll come back to you. Jev Anderson, what do you have?
Yeah, we just put Shockwave and Aftershock, but Traction and Soldier Ant are woke answers, and I love whoever said it. But yeah, we only got 2. Shockwave and
And
Aftershock.
finally, Mott and Fraley, what do you have?
Oh yeah, we went with
Oh, who's dead again?
Aftershock and Shockwave. And where is Oliver? God.
He's gone. He's dead. You got to carry on without him.
I guess I'll have to.
Aftershock, Shockwave anymore?
Not off the top of my head, no. Apart from the ones that were mentioned, Mook, but I have to be honest, so
Fantastic. Well, again, it's been nailed. We had 4 answers down. We had Shockwave, Aftershock, Soldier Ant, and Traction. Traction, the only thing that sort of made me happy to give that was the fact that he's in the team photo.
Yes.
Other than
He
that, it's
did.
maybe contentious.
He did appear on screen before the vulture fight that didn't happen. He was stood with the kids from his school.
The tricky thing is he was wearing another team's kit.
He
And
was.
also in the Last Chance Rumble, they had Aftershock on the the robot.
Afterflop.
So yeah, that kind of counts. Yes, it does. Be quiet.
We're giving you it either way, so well done. Roboteer number 3, we went old school with George Francis. Mott and Fraley, what do you have?
well, we've gone for Robot the Bruce, Chaos, Chaos 2, and Ram Rombit.
Bugglebuds, what do you have?
Robert the Bruce, Chaos, Chaos 2, and Ram Rombit.
Jev Anderson?
I've never heard of that last one. So we had Robot the Bruce, Chaos, and Chaos 2.
I didn't think that one counted because technically it wasn't in the competition. It was just that fucking little fire inferno.
Am I back? I think my microphone's working again now.
You're back.
Yay.
Yay!
Mate, you lost.
2 Slav, 2 King, what do you have for George Francis?
So we've got Robert the Bruce, Chaos, Ram Rombit, Chaos 2. Charlie, I'll let you say it.
And okay, I don't know if this will count or not. If this does, woohoo. If it's not, fun fact for everybody. Beta. There is a photo of George Francis at Battlebots Series 5 with a photo with the Beta team.
I mean, Beta didn't compete though in
It
season
didn't
5.
compete. However, I do have that as a note in my answers, and I'm not going to take a point away from you from it.
Hell yeah.
So generous.
I know, I'm not usually this nice.
They deserve to have a point taken when they're in the lead.
Once again, the three good teams have nailed it.
Fuck you.
Robot the Bruce, Chaos, Chaos 2, and Ram Rombit. Number 4, I almost feel like Sam should get to do this one, but he doesn't have the answers in front of him. Tim Rackley. Let's start with 2/2 King. What did you have?
Concussion, Monsoon, Ragnarok, and AU Thumper.
Morton Fraley, what do you have?
Yeah,
You
we've
have
got
the exact same answer.
Jev Anderson.
We also have the same answer.
And finally, Bugglebots.
We'd like to add Vanquish to that list.
Of course. Of course.
Oh, crap.
Oh, I thought of that before the before the round started.
So why didn't you mention it, Jevan?
Because I forgot.
Now, here's the thing. The slide you're about to see has 5 answers on it. Sam, you can reveal the slide.
Thank you.
I was going to count the Berg, but
nice.
Vanquish, absolutely 100%. Yeah, you can have that as a bonus. That's a superb answer.
He wasn't seen like with the team. He was more seen guarding the team. It's not exactly the same thing.
No,
I
he's
mean,
re-
that's a bigger role on the team than some people's profiles on the Robot Wars website claimed they had.
True.
I would argue that he's a ref and has to be impartial.
He's
He
not a
did
ref at
drive it,
Battlebots,
though.
though, is he? Next one should be fun, since some of you apparently haven't heard of him. Roboteer number 5 was Kevin Cleesby.
Yes.
And as you can tell from the last one, there should be quite a few answers here.
I'll say right now, the name is familiar, but I couldn't put a face to it.
Jeff Anderson, you sounded confident.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, so we got Behemoth, Radioactive, Switch, and Jasper.
Ned's favourite robot.
Bugglebuds, what do you have?
Absolutely.
We got those 4, and then Devourer. Is it called? The big bitey thing.
2/2 King.
So we got 4. We got Behemoth, Behemoth, whatever, Radioactive, Switch. We didn't get Jasper, but we got Vulcan, specifically the first season of King of Bots.
And Mott and Fraley, what do you have?
We just have Switch, Behemoth, and Radioactive.
A very good and varied set of answers. Sam, let's see what we've got down on the board. So we have Behemoth, Radioactive, Vulcan, Switch, and Jasper. Bugglebuds, if you can provide some evidence for Devourer, we'll let you have it.
I think you're thinking of another.
But that was Kane
Behemoth
Aston's
team
robot,
member.
so it makes sense that he would be there.
Yeah, no, I think I was just thinking about the Behemoth team in general. Sorry, Kevin.
If you want to have a quick look for some evidence, you can.
I'm having a look at the old fandom wiki. No, it's just Kane. I'll happily concede my sabotage on Ben there.
Sorry, gang, that is the first minus point of the round.
Oh, shit.
And it wasn't us.
So we get -1 for that.
That is a -1, yeah.
Okay.
You get the minus offer.
Shit.
No problem, Ben. Anytime.
Thanks, Joe. You're the best.
Our penultimate roboteer was Ed Robinson. Bugglebuds, what do you have?
We've got a limited ones here. We've got Snookums, Sharkoprian, and then Excelsior.
2/2 King, what do you have?
We had Sharkoprian, Excelsior, Snookums, and then I know he entered something in Robotica. This is going to be a complete total shot in the dark. I think it's called Flipshank or Flipskank or something like that.
Flipskanker.
I mean, that's a hell of a name. I'll give you that. Mott and Frady, what do you have?
Charlie would be wrong. The robot from Robotica is fantastic. We had the other 3.
We want the name, not a description.
Sharkoprian, Fantastic, Snookums, Excelsior.
And finally, Jev Anderson.
Well, we couldn't remember the name of Fantastic, but we've got Snookums, that Shark Robotica robot, Sharkoprian, and Excelsior.
Fantastic. Sam, show him the list. We've got a few missed here, and I'm not at all surprised. So we had Snookums, Fantastic, Robot X, PT Bruiser,
I thought about
and
that.
Excelsior.
I was
Were
tempted
they
to
on
put
TV?
down Sharko 2020 because it's listed, but then you said it hasn't happened, so I didn't.
I mean, I didn't say it had happened. Like, temporal causality said it hasn't happened.
Well, that too. Just out of interest, would you have counted Sharko 2020 had it have happened as a separate robot to Sharkoprian?
Because it's a different weapon type and he's given it a different name, yeah, absolutely.
Fair.
So we get a bonus point. Quite cool.
No, because it hasn't happened. And I didn't write it down.
But
Last
Ryan,
of all,
Yeah, well, whose side are you on, man?
but
Well, do you
Ryan,
want to
it's
get a
got
minus point?
No, I don't. No, I don't want to get a minus point. Good point.
But Ryan, it's got a different weapon, so it's got to ditch the name and go for something completely different.
I know. And if you could communicate that to whoever buys it, that would be greatly appreciated. Last up, with the greatest of apologies, we have Craig Danby. Motte and FREYLEY, what do you have?
Right, we have Foxic, Apex, Predator, Foxtrot, Hyena, and Anto.
Two Slav, two King, what do you have?
We've got Foxic, Apex, Predator. Foxic, Apex, Predator, Foxtrot, the cat, Gianto or Anto, the Antweight, and also Texas Twister. He was in the Texas Twister team for a whiteboard fight with free shipping.
How many answers was that?
That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Was that whiteboard fight aired though?
I mean, I guess it wasn't technically, but I mean, it was aired to Battlebots Facebook supporters and was uploaded to their Facebook.
If Bugglebots counts, then that counts. That's the episode. He's you can see him appearing at 25 seconds in if you want to check.
If you could grab me a screenshot, that'd be appreciated.
I can, but it's not a very good screenshot.
That's fine. Bugglebuds, what do you have?
Right, we've got Apex, Foxic, Deadline, TX-108, Predator, Anto, Hyena, and Foxtrot.
Again, did TX-108 actually appear on TV?
PX108 is a great shout if it's accepted.
It's a great show, but it wasn't on TV technically.
Oh wait,
cut out. Its fight got edited out because it beat Hypnodisc, and everybody thought it was too boring, so they didn't air it in the end.
I thought it appeared in another Extreme episode, not Extreme 1, but maybe Extreme 2, but maybe I'm getting confused.
I don't think it did.
I don't think that happened, no.
Jeff Anderson, what do you have?
Well, we've got Anto, the Antweight, Gianto, the Featherweight from Series 7, Foxic, Apex, Predator, Foxtrot, and technically it's TX-108. It's Ramya when it was in Techno Games.
You bastard.
Sam, show them the list. We have some conversations to have. So Texas Twister, I'm waiting for evidence on, and I'm sure that will come.
I've sent evidence in the Zoom chat.
Including Techno Games is a strong shout.
Unfortunately, Techno Games isn't among the series that we listed.
Well, you're wrong.
So for that reason, I'm not going to take it, but I'm also not going to take a point away.
Good. Okay, fair enough. That's fair.
Also, what was he part of Team Hyena? I guess.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask about Hyena because there's nothing to say specifically that Craig was there. I know he built it for Clashbots, but I would have said that it was a Chris Danby robot.
With this one, obviously with everything being in Chinese, I had to take some liberties. And he is part of a couple of social media posts about the robot. Therefore, I've classed him as part of the team.
Okay.
Fair
It's
enough.
a generous way of viewing it, but I figured it was better to give the point than not on that one.
I mean, we also said Hyena, so
I would have
I'm
gone
going
for
to
it
fight
if
the
I'd have
corner
brought
of Craig being on the team Hyena.
I say there will be some biases in the room here. TX-108, as Anderson's already explained, that fight didn't get aired. Therefore, we're not counting it. Any evidence for, was it Deadline you gave?
I think it competed, but again, I can't remember if it competed or not, or it definitely had some involvement in Season 2, Series 2, but I don't know if it was aired or not. I can't remember.
I don't have it on the list. I also don't have it on the list of ones that I can't accept.
Okay.
I've sent pictures in both the Zoom chat and the Facebook chat as well, if you want to check it out.
Is that for Texas Twister?
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know how capable Ryan's laptop is of seeing it, but yes, that screenshot.
I have a phone. Have a phone.
Okay, well, I'm just covering for you, man. I'm trying to help. I'm saying I can confirm that screenshot does show Craig in that team for Texas Twister.
He looks rather fetching. I think he should join Americans properly. Commit to the Texas vibes.
I thought it was a Carolina boy though.
He is.
He's a Bristol boy, really. Just so you know.
I think the woke thing about that round was including the Battle in the Stars special, which I've almost completely blotted out from my mind.
Yeah, me too. I hated it.
I did too until I thought about Will Thomas and it mentioned Soldier Ant, and then that kind of primed my brain for Craig.
I'm just taking a second to breathe because that was stressful. But I do have some scores for you.
Okay.
I'm really curious as to which way this has gone now because I have no idea how many points we got.
Bugglebots, you scored 26 points.
Not bad.
Out of a possible 40-something.
Okay.
MOTTE and FREYLEY, you scored 26 points.
Ah.
JEVANDERSON, you scored 24 points.
24?
And 2Slav2 King, 29 points.
Ooh.
Does that include the Craig Danby one? The Text Twister?
That includes that, yeah.
Okay, good.
Whoa.
Love that you checked is exactly what I would have done.
Yeah. I don't know how we did that, but okay.
I don't either. Help.
I mean, your whole performance seems to be a surprise to you as much as it is to us.
It is.
Tell me there's like one more round so that we can completely fuck everything up.
There is one more round, and I'm very
Thank
well aware,
God.
by the way, that Mark might have to go very soon.
Yeah, I've got another 12 minutes before I can go.
We have a replacement
round.
on standby just in case.
Let's get this next round going then.
Who is the replacement? Is it Sam?
It is Sam Elliott 64.
Oh,
God.
I'm a big fan of
hang
his
on.
YouTube channel, actually.
Why isn't it working again?
Can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me. Oh, good. Excellent.
That's enough. All we need is hearing.
Okay, I'm here as well in case you
Excellent.
need to.
Let's get on then to the final round. You can quote me on that.
A lovely shade of pink.
AKA the woke round.
Oh no.
Hell yeah.
Now, as I think this stream has been a testament to, we all make mistakes. But not all of us get to make them on a TV show that's being broadcast to millions of people. This is the round where we celebrate those mistakes.
Hell yeah.
For each question, we will give you a quote from an episode of Robot Wars or Battlebots or whatever, where a mistake was made. We've left some blanks. Your job is to fill in the blanks. There are 6 questions worth, I think, a total of 8 points. And all will make sense as we show you question 1. So this is from Dave Young before facing Carbide in Series 9, Heat 5. I won't do the accent. We've just got to literally drive straight into them right at the start of the fight, try and stop the spinning blank, getting up to full speed, and just do that for the whole fight. Fill in the blank.
Deep in thought.
As am I, quickly doing the maths from the last round.
Like
God, I hope these numbers are right. Yeah, Sam, do a quick dance or something. An audio dance. It's okay. They'll know it's there and they'll trust that it was brilliant.
I love audio dances. They're my favourite.
Sam, you're looking forward to joining a team that's currently in joint second?
Oh, I'm going to carry them through, obviously.
You got drag humans to me, not even me neither.
I've got.
But just in case, it's good. This goes good, just in case.
Question number 2. This comes from Chris Rose in an episode of Battlebots 2019. I won't do the accent. Coming up, the crushing mandibles of blank taking on the stinging saw of blank. It's do or die on Battlebots Fight Night. Thanks for dragging me into the accent there. Appreciate it. Can I just say how much I love this question? This is my favourite
many
question I've
questions
written for
are
the whole
there?
thing. There are 6 questions worth 8 points.
Okay.
We're going to try and get through them all before you have to physically go,
That's
even if you
okay.
have to miss the final scores.
You say
Stakes are
people
high.
they got these wrong.
They got these. The sentences contain a mistake.
Yeah.
The blank is not necessarily the mistake.
Okay. I think I know this one then.
Give you a few more seconds and we'll bump along to question 3. No one's complaining, so I think that's fine. Question 3. This is Angela Scanlon talking to Dave Moulds. Not only have you destroyed blank, you've destroyed the set.
The blank me.
That is shocking.
Of all the people to lower the tone.
You were worried about me dragging this one down, boys. Jesus.
It's okay, you've just done that to your score.
I know. I know.
Is everyone happy to move on?
Not yet.
I keep thinking, oh, it's really easy. You just got to write one word. That's because I can see the word.
Yeah.
So question 2, the BattleBots Fight Night one, was that 2019, did you say?
That was 2019, yes.
Cool, okay.
And of course, 2 points for that one for each blank.
Okay.
Question the 4th. This one doesn't get complicated at all.
Oh, God.
This is Jonathan Pearce during the 3rd World Championship. Blank. Previous UK champions. Defeated blank. The Great Blank. Former world champions, by the way. Blank. To win Robot Wars, the 7th Wars. The first blank is one word. All the other blanks are the same word repeated. We just want the 2 words, 1 point for each. I'll read that again for you. Blank. Previous UK champions. Defeated blank. The Great Blank. Former world champions, by the way. Blank. To win Robot Wars, the 7th Wars.
What? Mate, he must have really solid up here. Oh, yeah, of course, dumbass.
Are you thinking it was just all different words? Because that would be
No,
amazing.
no. My mind just went completely blank there. You've
The
just
word blank.
this
makes
quiz has
the
made
mind go
my brain
blank.
go down. Well done, Ryan. Well done. mate.
This round is going to be our death.
This is absolutely brutal.
I'm actually fairly confident with most of these.
So Ryan, so I'm just a bit confused trying to work this one out. So the first 2 blanks are 2 different answers, and the 3rd and 4th is the same as the first or second.
So the first blank is an answer on its own.
Fine.
All the other blanks are the same answer.
Okay.
This is your classic Jonathan Pearce run-on
Yes.
sentence, stream of consciousness kind of deal that is a nightmare to write down.
That's why you're such a good commentator, right?
Yeah,
Well, he doesn't leave any dead air like I do, so can't be bad.
But he leaves a damn lot of armament.
He loves his lithium polymer armor, doesn't he? Classic.
Let's move on to question number 5. This is from Ryan from Team Spinnerproof.
God's sake.
Following their fight with Claws 2 and 2 Berg 2 King.
2 King?
Glad someone was listening there. There we go. We've gone full circle. It's
Meta.
given the impression that there's a narrative to all of this.
Good.
Now, this one I can do the voice for. Come out of that really well. Very happy with that. And we hit the blank.
Abby,
So what more do you
scaffolding.
want? If you put that down as an answer, I'll say it's right, even though it's not. How does that sound?
No.
It sounds like the usual bird fake
Unacceptable.
news.
I said I'd say it's right, not give him a point for it.
Okay, that's all right then.
You turned around and said at the beginning, though, that millions of people watched it, but I doubt millions watched this, to be fair.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, it is the least viewed episode, or the least viewed heat of the
Is it
series.
really?
Give it that, yeah.
It's just like it's because Deadless just rage quit halfway through. It's just like it's boring now.
It has no replay value because we don't win it.
Oh, spoilers, Ryan. All right.
Can someone read question 4 for us again?
Of course.
Really?
Blank, previous UK champions, defeated Blank, the Great Blank, 4 world champions, by the way, Blank, to win Robot Wars, the 7th Wars.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sure that hasn't helped at all. So remember, only 2 answers for that one. I should have done some color coding or something. That's what a conscientious person would have done. Someone who's maybe used to having to make potentially confusing things clear for a group of people.
Like a teacher, for example.
Exactly, yeah. Are we ready for the final question, we hope, of the quiz?
Yeah, let's get the final question.
Now, because of question 4, I thought I'd save you a blank on this one. There is no blank to fill. It's a little bonus almost. So what was strange about this line from Jonathan Pierce? You see what I mean about that spinner? Very low to arena floor. And I should point out there should be a "the" in there. That
I was going to say,
missed.
is the missing...
That is not
missing
what's
grammar.
strange about it.
I think it should be more like, you see what I mean by that spinner? Very low to the arena floor.
I'm so glad you're here, Ned. Covering for all my errors. So what was strange about it as broadcast? Just so
Right.
you're aware, if it is required, we do have a tie-break question.
Oh, I'd love a tiebreaker.
Right, just so you guys know, I think I will have to hightail it off to work now, but it was great taking part in all of this. So we have Sam Elliott coming in to take my place for this last bit. So yeah.
So hit that notification bell and subscribe.
Yeah.
I need to overtake Joe Brown in subscribers, please.
Oh yeah, this is the biggest subscriber race of 2020. Actually, I'm beating you by like 40 right now, mate.
And I need to go to work to make some money to rebuild my robots.
Mark, thank
Have a
you
nice
so
day,
much
Mark.
for joining us, dude. It's
Thanks
been
for
a
having
pleasure
me.
to quiz with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
And now, Sam, if you don't win it in his honor, you're a terrible human being.
Honestly, I'm a waste. I'm wasted substitute, aren't I? Really?
Well, that's the end of the quiz.
Oh, good job, Sam. Really good effort, there, man.
It's in.
We'll see you guys next time.
Should we just leave it there and not go through the
Yes.
answers and everyone's a winner?
You get a participation prize.
I need it.
I'd quite like that.
Your participation trophy.
Let's go through the answers for this final round, starting with question 1. We gave you this quote from Dave Young before facing Carbide in Series 9 Heat 5. We've just got to literally drive straight into them right at the start of the fight. Try and stop the spinning blank getting up to full speed and just do that for the whole fight. Jeff Anderson, what do you have?
Disc, thinking that it's the thing that is wrong is that it was a bar spinner, not a disc spinner.
Oh, Jeffrey was paying attention to Robot Wars. Bugglebots, what do you have?
I just took a guess. I said hammer.
Woke answer.
So the logic was there of weapon type, nothing more. Two Slav, two King. What do you have?
Well, we put Flipper. No, we put Disc.
And finally, Mott Couch.
Go on, Oliver. Well, what do we think?
Yeah, Sam, you put a lot of thought into this, haven't you?
Has Oliver's mic gone again?
Okay,
Sam's going to have to answer.
So I think, because I did message him this, just in case. I think it's Disc as well.
It was Disc. I can still hear you guys.
Yes.
Hey!
You
Ollie's
are correct.
commute
It
to
was.
work.
It was Disc.
Excellent.
Yay.
Woo.
Number 2, 2 points available here. Chris Rose ahead of an episode of Battlebots 2019. Coming up, the crushing mandibles of Blank, taking on the stinging saw of Blank. It's do or die on Battlebots Fight Nights. Bugglebuds, what do you have?
We've got Quantum and Saw Blaze.
Mott and Fraley, what do you have?
We have really struggled with this.
Yeah,
I think we're going to go
back and
with.
forth.
I think we're going Ribbot, and Kraken. Kraken being the mandibles, Ribbot being the stinging saw.
No.
Jev Anderson, what do you have?
Well, I've gone Quantum as well for the first one, but I've said the stinging saw of Lockjaw because it sounds similar. It sort of rhymes. There's a nice scheme to it. And also, I picked a robot that Quantum actually fought.
And 2 Slav, 2 King, what do you have?
We kind of went with the inverse. We went with the crushing mandibles of Lockjaw and taking on the stinging saw of Scorpios.
Yeah.
You said you went with that first. Does that mean you changed your mind?
No, we said the crushing mandibles of Lockjaw, so we put Lockjaw first. And
Oh,
then the
that
stinging
makes
saw of
sense.
Scorpios.
Well, there's a reason they're in the lead. That is absolutely correct.
Oh.
How on earth?
Do
I
I
mean,
get
I
a
just
point for
kind of,
Lockjaw?
we were struggling, and then I just kind of I kept going through, like, because I thought stinging saw, so I was like, okay, so who did Scorpius fight and who did Sawblaze fight? Went through them all, and I was like, hang on a minute, didn't Lockjaw have crushing jaws in one of the series?
But not in 2019. They didn't use
Exactly.
it the same way that Scorpios didn't use their saw.
Exactly.
What I love about that question is that Jev Anderson have got a point. Could you completely the wrong logic?
Yes.
We needed that point. We've won the quiz now. We can go home. Bye.
Question number 3 was another carbide one. This time, Angela Scanlon talking to Dave Moulds. Not only have you destroyed Blank, you've destroyed the set. Jev Anderson, what do you have?
We put Ben? No. We put Nuts. Probably don't know that for definite.
2 Slav, 2 King, what do you have?
We put, was it Shockwave? Shockwave, yeah.
Mott and Fraley.
We have also gone for Shockwave.
And finally, Bugglebuds.
Jack Tweedy. Final answer.
We've stumped all of you. You will never see this curveball coming. Sam, reveal it.
What?
Carbide.
Mate, she really fucked up there, didn't she?
What I love is I was expecting people to at least say Aftershock, which is the fight that this is talking about.
So wait, none of us even got that bit right.
I think we all worked out that it was that fight. It's just the fact that if you'd said Aftershock, then
there's no mistake.
Then there was no mistake.
All you say
minor detail.
As the person said Shockwave.
Yeah, well, we said Shockwave because we thought they got it wrong.
It's fine. There was some logic, we admit.
Didn't you say Series 8?
No, it doesn't say anywhere.
No, like you said, talking to Dave Moulds, because that was Series 9, wasn't it?
I didn't have written down a series, so I hope that I didn't accidentally specify one.
I'm pretty sure you said Series 8.
I'm pretty sure you didn't, because otherwise I would have taken notice of that.
Yeah.
We specified Series 9 for question 1 and Battlebots 2019 for question 2.
Pretty sure nothing was specified for this one.
I don't think I did, but if you go back and find out that I did, just like last episode when I was wrong about a thing, feel free to mock me in the comments.
Chat, go through, see if you can find it, and see who's right, please.
I demand.
The good news is we now get to move on to the most confusing question of the round, which was question 4. So this was Jonathan Pierce during the Third World Championship. 2 points available here, remember? Mott and Fraley, what do you have?
This is. He was having a bit of a stroke or something with this one, wasn't he?
I mean, he was having a stroke with most of his commentary. Although what he does in the privacy of the booth is up to him.
I think we're going to say Storm 2, previous UK champions, defeated Tornado, the Great Tornado, former world champions, by the way, Tornado, to win Robot Wars the 7th Wars.
2 Slav, 2 King, what are you saying?
So we're saying that Tornado are the previous UK champions, defeated Razor, the Great Razor, or Razor. If, because apparently that shit probably matters, Oliver. Tornado, Razor, yeah.
Jeff Anderson, what do you have?
We've done the same and said Tornado, Razor.
And finally, Bugglebots.
Yeah, I said Tornado, Razor as well.
I'm conflicted here. Because MOTTE and FREYLEY have said Tornado, but they've said it for the second one. But we did allow that for Jeff Anderson, so I think...
did. I would allow the point.
It's fair.
Get the points. It was Tornado, Razor, however many razors.
Yeah, because of
Why
course...
the hell was he talking about Razor? He was not in that episode.
No, because Tornado...
Wasn't even in the Series 7.
He wasn't even in the series.
The mistake is the fact that he says Tornado previous UK champions then also won the 7th Wars. Well, that makes no fucking sense because the 3rd World Championship was at the end of the 7th Wars. If they're previous UK champions, they couldn't have won the 7th Wars, could they?
I mean, they also just didn't, which would be the more obvious mistake.
Oh, there's that as well, yeah.
Not couldn't. Question 5. The self-referential question. Who saw that coming? This is me after fighting Claws 2 and Tuberg 2 Furious. MOTTE and FREYLEY, what do you have?
We've gone for ceiling, just because I remember a lot of Spinnerproof episodes where you were arguing about whether or not you actually did hit the ceiling.
Jeff Anderson, what do you have?
I was conflicted over the use of word either ceiling or roof, and I thought roof would be a bigger insult, so I've gone with roof.
2 Slav, 2 King, what do you have?
We put drum. I don't know why. We had no idea.
We really didn't.
And finally, Bugglebots.
We've put ceiling.
The answer was indeed ceiling.
Wow.
While we have
we
the
lost.
Bugglebots here, can we have the official view on what we did hit?
I think you hit a wall, actually.
But the very top of the wall, right? Give me that.
Yeah, it was a high. It was burgerlicious, you know.
We get half.
I mean, you didn't get eliminated by being hung from the arena lights, so
yeah.
really.
Or getting stuck on top of a box pusher.
Oh.
Thanks.
You know, I'm just like rocking backward and forward at this point.
You didn't tap out to DREADBIN,
And the final question. What was strange about this line from Jonathan Pierce? You see what they mean about that spinner? Very low to arena floor. Let's start with Jeff Anderson for this one.
I'm thinking, this is JP we're talking about here. He's going to say, is he talking about the arena spinner? In that, see what I mean about that spinner? Very low to the arena floor. Well, no shit, it's the arena floor spinner. So that's what I think.
2 Slav, 2 King, what do you have?
We put a vertical spinner just because, like, it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to, like, talk about a vertical spinner being so low to the floor.
Bugglebots, how about you?
I think it's referring to that fight where Tornado in Extreme 1 had no spinner but had its wedge against another robot. I can't remember which one it was. And Jonathan Pierce was talking about his spinner rather than the wedge.
And finally,
MOTTE and FREYLEY. I actually do know this one.
Sam's come out with an incredible answer, and I'm so confident.
I think this is right, if I remember correctly. So it's when Draven gets killed by Shunt in Series 9, and he's talking about PP3D for some reason while that's happening.
Can I give an answer?
Yeah, I want to hit.
Sam, what's your answer?
I think that this was repeated twice. This is a
It
production.
was, yeah, it was, yeah. It was twice.
That is indeed the answer that we have down. The line was repeated verbatim in the fight.
Wow.
And I swear this was a question in an earlier quiz.
But that was where it was from, right?
That was where it was from, but it was not, unfortunately, the correct answer.
I have no idea what it was from.
That's so funny. You know that, like, his takes are going bad where they have to go and take a line from earlier and paste it in. Like,
I'm remembering this now. Yeah, it's
I can hear it. That's what I find really funny. Is this stood out to me so much that I can hear him saying it twice. It's like
Which fight was it again?
It was the opening melee with PP3D.
Oh,
in Series 9.
So PP3D, Draven, and I can't remember who else was in that one.
Cherub.
PP3D. Push to exit.
Push to exit.
Oh, that one.
Cherub, isn't that right, Jevon?
Big up, Cherub.
Would we like some good and groundbreaking news?
Yeah.
Quiz is over.
JEVANDERSON did not come last in that round.
Yay!
JEVANDERSON, you scored 4.
Yeah.
MOTTE and FREYLEY and Bugglebots, you both scored 3.
Yes!
And Slav 2 King. This is taking all the tension out of the final scores, but Slav 2 King scored 5. Someone pause while I do maths.
Who have they bribed? Did you give them the answers before this?
I mean, literally no one saw this coming, including them.
We go on to lose this. That's literally the reason we come on.
if Ryan suddenly has a laptop that doesn't catch fire, then we know that some money has changed hands.
If you think I had the money, right, to buy Ryan a new laptop in order to win the quiz, right? If I had that kind of money, I would have done it last time. Trust me.
To be honest, if you had that kind of money, you wouldn't be on the quiz to begin with, I'm guessing.
Pretty much, yeah.
You'd be out living your life.
Ryan, while you
Shall
do
we hear?
maths... Oh, God, are you finished
no,
doing maths?
you fill time if you want. That's fine by me.
I was going to say, did you want us to go through our socials?
I was going to do that right at the very end because I do have the scores ready.
Lovely.
Ooh. In last place, it will be no surprise, unfortunately, to those who've been with us throughout. We have JEVANDERSON on 38 points.
An upset there, I think. I think that's the equivalent of Evil Weevil losing in round 1 in Series 4. Bit of a shock.
I think essentially what's happened here is that Anderson forgot to put the right batteries in Jevon, so.
And of course, I'm getting old, so the brain is just gone now. Yeah.
I'm going to break from tradition now.
So glad to be here.
Let's do this in the order it deserves, because I think we all know who the winners are here. The winners, congratulations to you both, Ned and Charlie, 2 Slav 2 King, on
How did this
51
happen?
points.
You guys were on another level today.
How did this happen?
How did this happen?
What?
You guys were just on another level. Some of the stuff you were coming out with was absolutely insane.
I think there should be DNA tests for doping.
Jevon, I live in the South. It's not dope, it's math.
Okay, sorry.
I've announced last place, I've announced first place, and there's a reason for that. The real battle that's been going on here has been between MOTTE and FREYLEY and Bugglebots.
Yeah, sorry to take away first place from you boys, but it doesn't matter.
They've been trading blows throughout. And while they were nowhere near our runaway winners, Team MOTTE and FREYLEY, 44 points. Bugglebots, 44 points. It is a tie.
Oh, yes.
Oh, a second, which means
you get to use the tiebreaker.
we need a tiebreaker.
Oh no!
And I could not be any more stressed about this because I've got to work out whose answer is nearest to a number.
Stream
And this could
tie.
all go so horribly wrong.
So we
stream
use
tie.
I'm going to send the number to
Ryan,
Sam after I've answered the question.
Can
Right,
the rest of
stream-
us...
The stream's gone down. Can everyone just stop for a sec? I'm dropping frames
Why
like
has it done
flies.
that?
I
Oh,
don't
no.
know.
It seems,
Talk among yourselves.
it seems to
So-
be back up from my end now. It's not
So
spinning
just to
anymore.
clarify, we're doing a tiebreaker, not for first place.
I'm doing a tiebreaker for second because it matters, okay?
Ben, can I just
Back up on
request?
his end.
Can we
Yes.
Can we just give Jack Tweedies the answer, please? Please.
I've had enough humiliation this quiz. No.
Good. No, we need to make sure. We need to make sure you get third, not second. It's time.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see what the question is. If it's like
Justice.
something really stupid, like something in China or America, then yeah, Tweedy. If it's something British, then I'll go for it.
The answer will be a number and you can
Okay.
damn well guess at it.
Okay.
Right, so my computer started backing itself up. So it's consuming all my upload speed. I think the stream should be back.
The stream never went, I don't think.
It was
It's just a mic problem. It's fine.
I suddenly got a lot of like warnings. Like I could see that I was dropping frames a lot in OBS, and YouTube Studio was complaining to me that it's not receiving enough data. So, anyway, it's all settled down again. I'm back to uploading at a decent speed, so you can carry on. Apologies for the interruption.
This has just built the tension. So, the tiebreaker question, the answer will be a number. The nearest wins. At the very beginning of the quiz, I asked which of all the 2019 events received the most sign-ups. The answer was Motorama. I want to know how many sign-ups that event had.
Oh, wow.
Sam, I've sent you the answer in the hope that you can help me work out who is closest.
Okay.
Yes, please send Sam the answer. He's on my team.
I've got the right Sam, guys.
Cheers for that. Cheers for that, boys.
We'll give you a moment to discuss it. Other teams, if you want to join in on this as well, you can, just for fun.
I think it was 12.
So I'm going to go 420.
Oh man, you stole our answer.
Oh, you bastard.
I thought your answer was Jack Tweedy.
No, that's not a number, is it? I didn't know what the question was.
Jack
so-
Tweedy is a number if you think hard enough.
Ryan, question for you. When we're talking about applications, are we talking about individual robots in all the different weight classes, or are we talking about number of teams?
So as we measured it for that question, this is a great question. I'm glad you asked it. We are talking individual robots.
Jesus
Christ.
Not, now, obviously, like a cluster bot doesn't count as more than one.
Yeah.
The individual robot entries, if that makes sense.
Okay, we've got an answer.
Mott and Fraley, do you have an answer?
Not yet.
Well, get one quick. They've put the pressure on. Now, people at home might be wondering why this matters. And something that we said at the very beginning is that Team Mott and Fraley have only come second in quizzes. Both of them as individuals. Even when they've been split apart as a team, they have only come second. This is to keep that streak alive. This is more important than winning.
It's like some massive tournament or something.
Look, when it comes down to count back at the end of the season, like goal difference or whatever we do, I'm going to have to rush you, Mott and Fraley.
We have an answer.
So, the number of robots signed up to Motorama 2019. Mott and Fraley, what are you saying?
We're going to go with a nice round 300 Spartans.
Bugglebots.
We both come up with 160.
I hate all of you.
Is it right in the middle, isn't it?
It's like 235 or something.
I know.
By my maths, there's 16 in it. Sam, do your maths agree?
Oh my God.
I didn't go quite as thorough as you. I know who won, but I don't know the difference in their scores. I'm sorry.
One team was 62 away. The other team was 78 away.
Ooh.
The answer was 222, which means the Bugglebots, please nod at me, Sam, and agree, the Bugglebots are the winners.
No.
And snatch second place away from Mott and Fraley.
This is one of those series where Firestorm goes out in the semi-finals, right?
I think Tyrus in the chat was even closer with 259.
I mean, I obviously would have guessed 222, so I guess I win.
Okay.
So there we have it, our final order. In fourth place, JEVANDERSON. In third place, breaking the streak, Mott and Fraley. In a more glorious second place than it really should be for the reigning champions. In second, we have Bugglebots. And finally, and we'll have some applause in the Zoom chat if that's okay, because they do deserve it. Runaway winners on a scale I don't think we've seen before. It's 2 Slav, 2 King.
I don't know how.
Nice. Well done, guys.
And we play Slav King by Bletman and Boris as our victory dance.
Yes.
No
I
content
mean,
ID.
That sounds incredibly copyrighted, but Sam has just disappeared, so I assume he's off to do it. Can I just say a huge thanks to everyone for being here, competitors and audience alike. This has been stressful, but so much fun. I hope you've all enjoyed it as much as I have.
Amazing job with the questions, guys.
Yeah, very, very challenging, honestly. A really good run.
Truly mind-blowing.
I hate you.
Be prepared for next month. You're going to die.
I'm just surprised there weren't more questions about Spinnerproof. I thought you guys make everything about you yourselves. What's going on?
I mean, it was considered, put it that way.
Just wait till Ben's quiz. All it's going to be is about Bugglebots.
Bugglebots can take their crown back then. That sounds good to me.
It's his quiz.
All right, as a final goodbye, in the best style of ESC, we'll run through the teams and you can let everyone know where they can find you. Starting off with Jev Anderson, please. Where can we find more of your stuff?
At my house in Southampton. But yeah, I've got a YouTube channel apparently. It's called Anderson9132. Don't bother checking it out. It's not worth it. Jevon, your turn.
Check out Anderson's channel. He's modest. You can find me, World of Woodrow, on YouTube and on Facebook, where I do a weekly news thing. And guess which live stream isn't getting covered in this week's news?
Is it Robo Dojo?
Yes. Seeing as I have no pictures for it, yes.
And when is the news today?
The news will follow at, I'm hoping, for about 6:30. I need to go and record it after this.
Oh, you haven't made it yet? Okay. Great to see someone so organised.
That's quite a turnaround.
Team MOTTE and FREYLEY, where can we find one of you at least? Maybe we'll let Sam in on this.
I mean, I think I will plug my teammate's Facebook page, Team Frey, first for his work that he's doing on Snowstorm and Sprocket Raccoon and all his Beetle stuff. It's looking very exciting. As for me, you can find me over at ESC Extreme Scrutiny Club. We have an ESC extra episode tonight, which will explain the whole dickhead general gazebos and garden supplies thing.
Yeah.
It's one of the funniest things we have ever recorded. And there will be another episode following in a week or two after that, which will be, sadly, the swan song for Mitchell, the Orc, who will be stepping down as ESC host. I also have a Facebook page for BEETLEWEIGHT stuff, Team MOTTE and Bailey. I'm working on finishing the new version of Crossbow.
Fantastic. Go on, Sam. Quickly tell us who you are.
I'm Sam, and I do podcasts on my channel every now and then.
He likes long walks on the beach.
And losing at bingo.
Yeah. Me and Joe made a flamingo together once. It's pretty nice.
It's in the thumbnail, actually.
It is, yeah. I can see its heads. They're there.
Looking out the back there.
Yep.
Bugglebots, where can we find you?
Follow me at Jack Tweedy's Facebook page, Team Nebula.
And you can follow myself at Team Siberian Warlords on Facebook.
And finally, the champions. 2Slav2 King, where can we follow you?
Okay, I'll go. Okay, so I can be found at everything at Good Rebuttal, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I'm currently on a bit of a forced hiatus because my laptop died on me a few weeks back, so no builds as of recent, but I was recently in a video on Anderson's channel, so if you want to check that out, go right ahead.
Okay, I guess I'll go now. So my channel is Spoiler Alert. We do movie reviews and stuff like that. We upload whenever we feel like it, which is, I don't think we've uploaded in like a year. Rip. There's also ESC, which as I mentioned, I am the official editor for ESC, given Mitch's departure. I'm helping on Rebuttal Wars, which you can find on the Good Rebuttal channel. And there's a link to the Discord and all that if you want to find out how to compete and everything. So you just go onto the channel. There's a video there. My personal Instagram is @AllOfTheMan. If you want to check that out, you can do. Yeah, I think that's about everything.
You can find the show notes for this episode at Spinnerproof.
I've just realised that this is the point where we're kind of obliged to do self-promotion. Help, I don't like it. You can find us here, or better, you can find us in your podcast player, or on the website, spinnerproof.com.
How do
I don't go there
this?
very often.
I say it at the end of every episode. It's spinnerproof.com.
You can also find us on Twitter at Spinnerproof, where you can tweet to us your final score. I've never got to do that before. That was quite fun. Thanks once again to everyone for being here. This has been a wild ride. Thank you, Sam, for doing all the behind-the-scenes stuff that I don't understand. It was all going so well until the end. And I don't know how to end this, so I vote that we all just sort of, you know how on TV quizzes they like do the wave off? We can't do a wave off, so we're all just going to say various versions of the word goodbye until Sam either closes the stream or plays some music. Sound good?
Oh, I thought we were all just going to go, bye!
I thought you said we were
in
going
a
to do
brief way.
Hey, that sounds better to me. Let's do it. Bye!
Bye!
Go join the Facebook group.
We're Rob.
Battlebots.